cut is very 1920s, isn't it? Now you get 4 of these on one strand. Now they're exquisitely, exquisitely cut. It takes an expert, well, a master lapidrist to cut in this way. Lapidary isn't something you wake up and decide that I'm going to be a lapidrist. It's normally a trade that's passed down from father to son, traditionally, and learned through. It takes a lifetime, you know, to get that precision. A very talented lapidrist. Look at the clarity. The quality of each gemstone on this strand is absolutely beyond superb. It's glassy luster. It's, do you know, it's actually quite a juicy looking colour as well. Do you know what I mean? It's very sumptuous. How gorgeous are these? Lemon quartz. It is like having the summer in the room with you, isn't it? It's like the sunshine in the palm of your hand. Absolutely. And do you see how the tone changes when you put it against the skin? I don't know whether I would want to put too much wire on these. I really want to just showcase these, show them to the room almost. ZDS for sugar, Foxtrot 70. Now these should be coming to you, and always traditionally have come to you, at $24.95. At that price tag, we are paying for the gemstones and expert lapidary that we do not see every day. Now these are concave cut, so they're obviously cut inwards rather than outwards, which gives you this incredible image, this 3D image. $14.95. Look at the light refraction, look at the clarity, get yourself dialing. This should not be happening. What an incredible price, like going way below £5 per gemstone. It's a good deal, isn't it? A really, really good deal indeed. What is that? Sort of £3.50 each, £3.70 each, something like that. Incredible, aren't they? I mean, can you imagine paying £3.50 for that, just for the lapidary alone? Striking. Strands like this do not come often, so be really quick in grabbing yours. Whether you're going to create a beautiful ring out of these, or whether you're going to keep them in your stash for that special moment at $14.95, I think now is most certainly the time to buy. Check out baskets if you're doing it online. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Now, my dear hearts and darlings, let's go with, I'm gonna pick for you my number 5. Have a look. I can't hear you, Danny boy. You've deselected me, you banana face. Have a look. Of course, we shouldn't call our producers banana faces. Ever. Have a look at this. Oh, this sky blue. Okay, lie down on that sun lounger. It's hot outside. You can hear lawnmowers in the distance. You can smell the cut grass. You can hear the birds. You can hear the children splashing about in their paddling pools. You can smell the barbecue. And you look up and it's this glorious colour in the sky. Oh, it's heaven, isn't it? It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. It's gonna be summer again soon, and we're gonna be there ready with that summertime jewellery. This blue looks absolutely divine with rose quartz. I have got for you a stunning rose quartz collection coming up later. Now these are top drilled, great for flowers. Use an odd number for flowers, because in nature, normally flowers do have an odd number of petals. They just seem to bunch together a little bit easier. Dropping these from earrings, these could be, again, I mean, if you're shopping with pound signs in your eyes, if you're shopping with a business head on today, they're individual gemstones and they're pendants, aren't they? Or perhaps they're sets, they're pair of earrings and pendant sets. You know, it's this blue that just reminds you of those gorgeous skies, or tropical waters. Is it lagoon blue? Is it, Tom? I don't, yeah, maybe it is lagoon blue. I think lagoon blue would have more clarity. This is sky blue. You've got that wonderful milky clarity to these. Tom's saying, listen, it's been a while since I've heard your lagoon story. Did you know I've been to a lagoon, Tom? I talk about it all the time, and he's like, oh gosh, it's like Uncle Albert with during the war. During my time at the lagoon, he's like, oh, here we go. Oh God. And he literally can stand behind me and mouth the whole story. Monkeys didn't attack me, I must have elaborated, because that didn't happen. There were bats in my face though. It was bats. Yes, that did happen. See? Now the twinkle, the sparkle is incredible. We won't even go there on my snorkeling trip. HFR U63. £14.95 is your price tag. But oh, it's not, because Danny's playing a trick. Banana Man's playing a trick. I like it. Now, chalcedony is typically a very rich gemstone. It gives us a nice rich kind, and it can be very expensive actually. A lot. Is it one of your favorites? Is it one? It's definitely one of mine. Cameos. Think about peach chalcedony. Beautiful. A milky clarity that you get from chalcedony, which I really enjoy, because you're sort of looking around it. You know it's a real gemstone. There could be something quite Great Gatsby. Not Great Gatsby, but Great Gatsby about this. Great Gatsby, Batman. Other superheroes are available, such as Spider-Man and Banana Man. HFR U63, 125 carats of gorgeous blue. Chalcedony 10 by 7 to 17 by 11 on the graduation on an 18cm strand. Now, who thinks we can get tonight far more text messages than Ed McKay gets? Me! I think we can. Get interactive 60777. Great to have your company. Let me say hello to everybody who's got this gorgeous strand. Well done to you. What have you been reunited with lately? Is it me on the Late Show? I'm being reunited with you. I love it. Maybe it's a pet. Maybe it's a pair of shoes you haven't seen for ages. It could literally be anything. It could be a human that you accidentally lost. You can also send us an email. Not an email. Well, no, it's not. Well, you can send us an email. We're studio@JewelleryMaker, but you can send us a webby linky thing. They're all giggling about one text message in there. What have they said? Is it that funny? Is it rude? Oh, it's a bit rude. Is it? Go on, tell me what it is, and I'll put it in non-rudeness. Oh no, it's rude. Oh, but we have got a non-rude one. Okay, don't put the rudy one up. Jeanette in Devon says, hello Jeanette, my darling. JM's here. Today I was reunited with my grandchildren's new trainers, which they'd left in the sweet shop yesterday. What? Hang on a minute. Did they take their shoes off and walk out? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Now, Jeanette, there's another one about a turkey. What was that? Is it gross? They drank too much wine. No, go on, put it up then. It can't be as gross as the one I had the other day. No, that's chalcedony. I'm looking up because that's where it is on my screen. Hi, Jenny. I had too much wine on Christmas Day. Who didn't? I had too much mulled wine. I had 6 glasses in one go. And was reunited with my turkey from Brian. It said Brian! No, Brian. Oh, poor you. Not on Christmas Day, Bri. Now, Bri. Anyone who knows a Brian calls him Bri. Don't they, Bri? Now, let's go for this gorgeous strand here. Now they're all doing Life of Brian in my ear. I knew you'd do that, Tom. Any excuse to go, Brian? I've got, oh my gosh, do you know there's Heliodor on this strand as well? Oh, it's gorgeous. Kunzite and Heliodor on one strand. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Why have I never seen this strand? Oh, it's beautiful. I've never seen this on the day show. You hide it in every schedule. Why? You're not allowed to do that, Danny. Who do you think? What's going on? Oh, Kim. Our producer manager Kim, she's a pesky little Kim. And she's taught him how to hide things. You've been paying that man in the warehouse, haven't you? No. Have a look at this colour. Isn't it glorious? Now, that's my favourite yellow gemstone. Now, you can keep your yellow diamonds to me because it's all about Heliodor. I love it. I think this is wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, Danny has fallen in love with Kunzite. Canary Kunzite, and you've got your pink Kunzite. I've got to say, Danny, this really is a beautiful strand. Look how rich. Now, it's almost like, now there is a difference between Kunzite and Morganite. Morganite is more of a peachy pink, and Kunzite is more of a baby soft pink. There seems to be a different type of clarity, a different type of tone in your pinks. And it's only when you get them really close together you can very clearly notice it. Now this is striking. Kunzite is a gemstone that's said to amplify love. JFK did buy this gemstone for Jacqueline Onassis, but he was sneaky and bought one for Marilyn Monroe as well. I ain't saying nothing. It's discovered in 1902 by the same chap that discovered Morganite. But he discovered this first, that's why this is Kunzite. And then Morganite was named after J.P. Morgan of Tiffany & Co. Now, can you imagine discovering a gemstone? But it's not about that anyway for you. I actually think we love colour, we love gemstones, we love a bit of the history, but actually the most important thing to us jewellery makers, correct me if I'm wrong, my darlings, is what you can actually do with this gemstones in terms of design. If you want to create a ring, a Kunzite ring, this is most certainly one of the best strands, I think, of Kunzite that we have got to offer you for that. If you want to wire wrap Kunzite, these are most certainly some of the biggest Kunzite, individual Kunzites I've seen. I think this is a really important gemstone to have in your collection if you consider yourself a gem collector, because you'll see so many very exquisite, exclusive collections throughout the world with this wonderful gemstone. And if you like to try and include every gemstone, this is a very, very, very special opportunity for you to do that. Again, please get these valued. Go and have a little Webby search on these fabulous gemstones. Now, you should be paying £24.45 for this strand, but Danny Boy says the slashing pipes are calling. For £15, you're getting yourself an incredible strand of Kunzite. Have we ever seen Kunzite at this price tag? You need to snap it up as quickly as you can and run with it and don't look back, because Danny could get in trouble. He could be dragged by his little toe squealing for this one. Not really, but hypothetically speaking. 0800 644 655 or the w's.jewellerymaker.com. GUGK51 is your item code. Check out your baskets. If you want to get a gemstone that I think is pretty exclusive in terms of gemology, this one is yours. Go and have a look at some of the most beautiful designs that are done by some of the most incredible designers out there. Think Elsa Peretti, Jean Schlumberger, Paloma Picasso. Really popular gemstone indeed. Now, we're gonna go to some more gorgeous greens. Oh, do you know, these beads are great because I love feeling the big shape of these. I think, well, you know what I mean as jewellery makers, when they feel really, 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 really smooth. And I love the graduations. I love how they start from very teeny and they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I think gold wire around these. And I also think that green is very important no matter what the season to have in your collection. I'm going to show you these stretched out onto the spongy board. Do you know what? It just makes such an easy Don't you think an easy necklace straight away? And I do think perhaps you'd make a pair of matching earrings out to the two smaller ones at the top. See what you think, see how you feel about that. Whether you're going to Japanese knot these, I do quite like the idea of doing a macrame necklace with these, or macrame, as I've just discovered they call it in the USA. 0800, do you know how I discovered that? By watching the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Now, it was on there. He macrameed himself a pair of pants. And I was like, macrame? I know that word. Now, look at that depth. Look at that colour. Think about the spiralling of your gold wire. 40 carats of green crackled agate. Now, we don't see a lot of green crackled agate. Green is a very vintage colour. And actually, if you are thinking about doing steampunk pieces, if you are thinking about doing very vintage pieces, I would most certainly go with a gemstone that's this rich in colour. And think about, I'm just going to go grab some gold wire actually. Think about the blend. Think about the blend. Oh, there isn't any. Think about the blend of gold together with green, because it works so splendidly well. Now, if you want to keep it more springtime, I would make, do you know what, you could make flowers out of these. If you want to keep it more springtime, maybe use your chartreuse wire to introduce that lovely bright green together with the fern green. You've got yourself a great look. A big 480 carats. Now, the graduations go between 15 by 19 on the smallest, so they're quite large on the smallest actually, all the way up to 31 by 20 on their very largest, NYGP11. This gorgeous strand is all yours for just £7.95. Be as quick as you can with these. Get yourself on the phone line. It is a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline. Well done to everybody who's got theirs. £7.95. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee right now. On the tail end of this is another star buy. We're going to go to it because he's got the wrong button. I'll tell you what. Have a look at what I've got. Shall I do it myself? Do, 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 do. Or if we change the tune? It's the same one. No. I haven't done this show for a long time, you see. I've got my handy Andy. Now, if you're doing micro macrame, you need handy Andy. He will hold on to the ends of your macrame. He will also be your eyes, because if you're working with tiny little beads, we all know, even if you've got great eyesight, after a while, it starts to strain a little bit, doesn't it? Now, I also want you to consider weaving with these. If you're doing weaving with your beading thread and you want to get a really precise pattern going, then you most certainly need your handy Andy. There's loads of opportunities. Even sometimes you just want something to be able to pinch onto the end because it helps you with your designs. It could be anything. I'm also going to give to you your foam board, which you can see. Now, this will stop your gemstones cascading everywhere, and it is great if you're working with tiny beads because you can pick them up. You can have them laid out and you can pick them up easily, and they're not going to cascade everywhere because of that velvet. It's also great because it's spongy. You're working with needle felt, you know, you need lots of spongy material underneath your needles to stop it going through into whatever surface you're working from. I'm also going to give you, oh no, that is your handy Andy there. I'm also going to give you your zebra tools, which you're all quite excited about. I've got these, and I tell you what the great thing about these is, apart from the fact that they're zebra-y, which is always a bit better, isn't it, is that they're spongy as well. Now, if like me, if you get the kind of diggy ones, and you'll know what I mean, if you are a regular jewellery maker, you'll know what it's not a technical term, a diggy tool, but you know what I mean. These have just got such a lovely, comfortable grip on them. So if you are doing a lot of work with your hands with these, and you are constantly, aren't you? You're twisting with the round ones, you're opening and closing with your chain nose pliers, and you're doing a lot of this with your nippers. You've also got your snips in there. You've also got your tweezers, your scoop, and your bead reamer, and you've got your pots for your findings or your fragments or whatever it is you want to use. So your round nose pliers, great for starting off your loops, great for making eye loops, great for making spiral loops, anything like that. Chain nose pliers, opening and jumping close rings. No, oh, not umping, that's not a word. Opening and closing jump rings, that's what I'm trying to say. Also, if you're doing chainmail, you need those. Also, because they've got the little snipe-ended nose, they get right into your wire work. Sometimes you can't do that with a flat-ended. And of course, your nips will snip off any of your excess. Then you've got your snips, which will snip. Clue is in the title, and everything else. You know, your reamer is there to make your drill holes a little bit larger if you need to. GNG, if you've just started jewellery making, then you need to get this kit. But if you're replenishing, maybe you don't have the handy Andy already. If you're replenishing, you can never have too many tools, jewellery makers, can you? Maybe you want to get your best friend involved in jewellery making, or when you see a deal like the deal I'm about to give to you, maybe you want your daughter to get involved and you're looking for a little gift for her. Get yourself on the blower. We're going to give you an incredible deal. GNG C46. Come shopping with us, get making with us for just £17.40. You are getting everything you need. You are getting the tools. Those are £11.95 on their own. You're getting the spongy mat. And you're getting the handy Andy as well for £17.40. Make sure you snap these up as quickly as you possibly can. The foam board is A4. What should this be? Do you know, Danny boy? If you bought it all individually. Oh, I'm just tossing it up. I think, is this £10.95 or £11.95? It's £10.95 actually, isn't it? Then you've got handy Andy. £17.40. Use your debit card or your credit card to come shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker. GNG C46. There are loads and loads of you there on the phone lines. It's great to have your company here tonight. I have got Priscilla, you're there. Susan, you're there. Diane, you're there. Congratulations to you. Absolutely stacks and stacks of you. This was your star buy. Still stock availability for you if you'd like yours. All in that zip up case. Don't forget your foam board and your handy Andy is there as well. Well done to you. Now, I'm going to give to you a gorgeous strand of quartz. Now you've got your white quartz and your smoky quartz on this strand, and they're rough cut. Now Mark Smith always says to me that it's great to have rough cut gemstones on your stand, or if you're doing jewellery parties, because you can show your customers, actually, look at the journey my gemstones have gone from being mined to actually being faceted and drill holed. Now of course the opportunity is here to make a big feature wirework piece out of these. You've got the combination of colour there, monochrome. Now again, doesn't this smoky quartz look very, 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 very rich, very deep in colour? I think I would wire up these. I think that's what I really want to do with these. You know what, it's not often we get a big rough cut gemstone, and isn't this why we started jewellery making? To get the gemstones that aren't on the high street, the ones that do look organic, for those individual pieces of jewellery that there is no way we could create if it weren't for the love of Jewellery Maker. DAGP00. 800 carats, 18 by 19 to 32 by 28. So they are rough cut graduated. You have got that beautiful ice-like look with the white quartz. You've got that deep, rich, velvety look with the smoky quartz. A big carat weight. And we are going to give to you a crazy price tag of £6.95. You're going down. It's going crazy in my ear. £4. This is a genuine gemstone strand. Don't ever doubt that I give to you genuine gemstones here at Jewellery Maker. Goodness gracious me. What an incredible opportunity. Huge carat weight. Absolutely huge. How much are you paying per gemstone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 on the one strand. I don't know what £4 divided by 15 is. If I were clever, I would. But you're getting a good deal. I think we can all, do you know what, if you're just opening a basket, don't forget all the way up until midnight. I'm going to be with you with that 1p&p, £2.95 to fill up your basket. 26p per gemstone. Come on. I didn't work that out myself, so you can pretty much be assured that it was the right answer. It's like, yeah, do you ever go to a museum and at the end you get to buy sort of rough gemstones and things? My son actually went not long ago and came home with a rough piece of, what was it he bought? It wasn't pyrite, it was, come on, it's on the tip of my tongue. Like pyrite, but not. Yeah, hematite. That was a great story, wasn't it? Now I'm gonna he spent all his spending money on this one tiny piece, and I said, Max, all the things to get, why did you get something that I can get from work? So, oh, I didn't think about that, because it was sparkly. And he bought it for me. God love him now. But I'm all proud of him at the moment, because he got in to sing at the Royal Albert Hall yesterday. So we're very proud. Yeah, that was his, do you know what? They went in and sung songs from like Oliver and musicals, and Max went in there and started singing, I need dollar, dollar, really, really well. And I was like, I told you to do, what did I tell him to do? I'd do anything by Oliver, and he just completely dismissed me and did it. And he got through. Yeah, he never listens to me. Like when I prepared his whole speech for his student council, he did it his own way and got in. Anyway, tell you what, independent, which is quite rare for a boy. Have a look. Do you know what? I just want to say hello to everybody that's on the phone lines right now. Donna, Heather, I've got Alison and Pat and Anne and Richard and, Richard and Amelia. I love that name. Pauline, you're there. Stephanie and Lisa and Abnash and Bryony and Jacqueline and Brenda. Anudamik, you're there. Lisa, Sarah, Carol, Lynn, Anne. Oh, it's lovely to see you. I love seeing your names. Does this look a bit blossomy, this strand, for an orange? It does, doesn't it? I can imagine Gemma Crow and Debbie Bolford with their lovely colouring wearing this. Can you? My friend Belinda has this gorgeous dark hair and she looks amazing in colours like this. I definitely put these with your superstar buy. Ooh, oh my gosh. That's marmalade sandwiches on a picnic blanket, isn't it? It is, on a sunny day. When was the last time you had a marmalade? I'm going to reunite myself with marmalade when I get home. Oh, you always go for jam when you should go for marmalade. It's jam for you, is it, Scott?
It is jam for me.
It's jam for you. Seeded jam. I can see you're quite posh. I can imagine some conserve rather than jam in your family. Yeah.
Yeah, jam on toast almost every morning.
Yeah, I can see. Where are you from, Scotty?
From Stratford-upon-Avon.
Oh, he's from Stratford, darling.
Yeah.
I can tell he's posh just from the way he looks. Now have a look. Have a look. We've got 1 minute to give you the craziest price tag ever. DCG P25, one of our most popular gemstones. Carnelian, the versatility is incredible. £8.45 is not your price tag. You've only got 1 minute with this price tag and then it'll go back on up to £8.45. How do we get involved that quickly? Quick, dial now. If you don't like the price, put the phone down and it's fine. But if you don't dial it now, there's a big chance you could miss out. £5.45 and the clock. Oh gosh, do you know what? I'm so glad because now I feel like Annika Rice. Like, stop the clock, I found the clue. Oh, the clock has started, off you go. Now, at DCG, I always wanted to dress in lycra and jump off that helicopter like she did. I thought she looked amazing. £5.45. You like challenge Annika, did you? Yeah, I quite like that. She was great in Lycra. She probably still is. 0800 644 655. Well, I'm so sorry I'm not coming to your screens in Lycra, but for you it's a good thing, believe me. And for everybody around, I do not look like Annika Rice in Lycra. I wish I did. These are 10mm rounds. They're wonderful if you want to rosary link them. They're absolutely beautiful if you want to do a colour graduation. They're making me think of marmalade. And I love that about them. You've got 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds to go and get these. And any minute now I'm going to tell you that we've got to stop the clock because I found the clue. There won't be a clue, it's just stop the clock. You don't know that, do you know that? You were too young for that. How old is Scotty?
20.
Oh, he's 20. How dare you be that young? Get out. Now, I've told them not to put young people around me. It makes me feel more wrinkly. Let's go with number 20. Have a look. I'm only joking. I've told them no young or attractive people. Have a look. Oh, Dan has said I'm going right now. I'm young and I'm attractive. I just imagine you're all going to walk out, apart from you, Tom, because you're as old as I am. Yeah, it stings that, doesn't it, Tom? Age. Have a look. I'm old, Scott. I'm old. I am. It's all about the power of surgery, darling. And hanging upside down when you sleep so the blood rushes to your head. Now, I don't really do that, and I don't recommend it either. I have got a friend called Mandy Penalva that does that, though, and she looks amazing. She sleeps upside down so the blood rushes to her head. I think it's a yoga thing, I'm not sure. And believe me, I'm definitely no advice. I'm not a doctor, don't try it. Now, have a look. Isn't it wonderful to get topaz? Now, I was lucky enough to give you a strand of topaz a couple of days ago. And we've only had a few strands in our collections, but to get them as divinely cut, as, oh my gosh, have you got the piece of, do you know what this is exactly like? The Rachel Norris flower piece from her DVD. She's got the centre, the stamen of her flower. I think it's these that she's used. They're just wonderful. Just wonderful. Look at the colour. To have topaz in your collection of such exquisite clarity. Sky blue, Icelandic sky blue. These are crisp. These feel like if you were to breathe, you'd create that mist. You know, it's a crisp, cold sky colour. And it's refreshing and beautiful. You want to warm them up a bit. Add the citrine for a definite poetic mixture. Now, I'm also thinking about a bit of pink with those. Have a look. Ooh la 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 la. That was a sneaky peek of a gorgeous Morganite strand I got coming up for you on a double deal. Now I give to you the birthstone of November. These are perfect for any weddings. How many of us had friends that announced their engagement perhaps on Facebook over the Christmas and New Year period? How many of us are going to be giving the bride something blue and something new, or something borrowed if you want it back? I'm definitely going with the latter with this gemstone. QSVX76 is your item code. You've got 60 carats going under £20. This is blue, sky blue topaz. It's absolutely a joy to bring to you. It's an even better joy to work with. Please don't forget us on the Wall of Fame studio at JewelleryMaker.com. £13.90. I can't even believe you're price slashing these. Go and have a look at Rachel Norris's piece. It is on the system somewhere. The very centre of Rachel Norris's flower in gold with the stamen, the centre of that flower opening up to loads of gems of distinction. I think it's sky blue. There are so many beautiful qualities to this strand. They are mirror graduated from 6x3 to 9x6, and you have an 18cm gems of distinction strand. Let's say hello to everybody who's got these tonight. Don't forget you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee that comes with everything. Look at that fantastic brilliance. Beautiful. Paula in Bedfordshire, it's wonderful to have you. Teresa in Hampshire, Brenda in Surrey, you're there, Carol. Udemik, you're taking advantage of your 1 P&P. Jan in Norfolk, wow, beautiful Norfolk. It's wonderful to have you. Anonymous caller in Berkshire. Jen, we're all pesky. Oh no, it's Jan, she's much more sensible. From well done to you. Susan in Lanarkshire, great to have you here. There are so many of you, mainly web buyers. D in Lanarkshire as well. Oh no, Susan's from Lancashire. I can't read properly. I can't add up, I can't read. I'm getting old. What are they gonna do with me? I'll be like raggy dolls. I'll go in that bin, won't I? Loads of you there. Do you remember that? Don't forget our text subject of the night. What have you been reunited with lately? Keep them clean. Keep them clean. Now, we did have a funny text message the other day about embarrassing moments. That was hilarious. I could tell you some stories, but I'm not sure whether we should have even showed them to you in the first place, to be honest. They were that hilarious. One of them, some lady was going on a really important business conference, and she pulled on a pair of trousers that she was sure were freshly pressed, only to walk into the business conference with her knickers hanging out of the bottom. It's happened to us all girls, hasn't it? Now, we are going to... I do believe she did go in there and absolutely, you know, do what she had to do. Now I'm going to give to you. I just picked up this strand actually because they do work so well. I'm just going to cluster them in my hand because I think that's really pretty. Aren't they gorgeous together? Do you know what I love? This is the one we're doing now, isn't it? Have a look. Have a look at the mystic coating. Look at the pinks. There's a definite champagne feel to these. Look at that colour. Oh, have we had too much of the old champers and wine over the last couple of weeks? No, says Tom. No such thing, says Tom. Now, these are graduated again. I would treat these individually. They are certainly wonderful to treat as buttons as well. Put your head pin through the centre, coil at the back. Brilliant. Bertha in Colorado, God love you. She's just sent in. I thought all Americans were perfect. Now I love you, Bertha. You're amazing. Bertha from Colorado. That is in America, isn't it? Yeah. When you are as absent-minded and terrible at housekeeping as I'm with you, Bertha. I'm in your club. You are reunited with something almost every day. I love you and all at JM from Bertha. Bertha, mwah, I'm terrible at housekeeping. Absolutely awful. Don't do it, is what I say, unless you're being paid for it. You know, let the dust mount up. Housekeeping, yeah, gosh. Oh, Bertha, just jewellery making instead. It's far more enjoyable. Have a look. Anyway, what happened to 2014 being like the Jetsons, where we have robots that hoover and things? What happened to that? Well, Back to the Future told me that there would be hoverboards. The Jetsons told me I would be riding around in a car that didn't need wheels. None of it's happened. It's slanderous. Now, what's happened? You're saying it's lazy, says Scott, who's been sat down for the whole of the show so far.
I knew you were going to say that.
He knew I was going to say it. He said, do you want a chair? And I went, no, absolutely not, Scott. Absolutely not. Listen, ladies, you're with me, aren't you? As busy mothers and busters. If we sit down, we'll fall asleep. We'll never get back up again. Are you mad? Sit down for 4 hours. Now let's have a look at what we've got. These are opportunities for Wirework. Again, 170 carats of beautiful champagne quartz. Now these graduate between 11 by 5 to 16 by 12 on an 18 centimetre strand. What I love about this, these are the colours, and I am going to treat these as buttons. Now if you're using your sari silk, these are a wonderful blend with your sari silk. And you do you remember Sheila's Fascinator. Now Sheila made the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fascinator out of the sari silks. It's stunning. And she used this kind of champagne colour with pearls. I actually think this with a bit of a champagne feather at the front might be that finishing touch to that wonderful, wonderful piece. And this is definitely a finishing touch gemstone. It's the embellishment gemstone, if you like. You don't have to be heavy-handed with these, just one will suffice. CSG K34 is your item code. $8.90, do you know what? That is a wonderful price tag for all of these. Bertha, let us know in Colorado, do you get deals like this? Because typically when we think about going to America, we think, wow, the shopping's amazing out there. Tell us, Bertha, what's your experience of jewellery making? If you're coming all the way to the UK to shop, tell us why. Now, we're not going to give you these for £8.95. We're going to lower the price for you, which I think is just madness. You just said you were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Danny went, are we? You just said in my ear, and I told everyone. Our pesky producer, Danny. Now we have a brand new ever price tag. Forever ever. CSG K34. Don't forget to Facebook us. Don't forget to tweet us. We are jewellery_maker. What else can you do? You can YouTube subscribe us, of course. Just keep interactive. We are all here. I'll give you Tom's personal phone number if you like. He's always a good one to have a chat with. 07964 8. I'm not going to stop. Check out your baskets now. All I got to do is finish that off and you're done for. Now, let's go to number 14. Have a look. Oh, he's giggling away like a little hyena in my ear, so he is. Whereabouts is Colorado? Could you look it up? Does it sound cold? Oh, it's cold. You can ski there. I wonder if Bertha skis. Have a look. That would be a good. I couldn't do the housework, darling. I was skiing and jewellery making. Have a look at this. Wow. I wonder if the sky is crisp like this. Oh my gosh, it's so cold out there at the moment, isn't there? Isn't it? Oh, Bertha, I'm sending you a big warm cuddle now. Have a look. 250 carats of this beautiful blue. Statistically, blue is the favourite colour of the world, according. Now, I do love blue, but it's my second favourite colour. Is it your favourite colour, Scott?
It's actually my second favourite.
What's your first favourite colour? Mine too, with a kindred spirit. Are you a Taurus as well? He is a Taurus, are you? Are you really? When's your birthday?
25th of July.
You're not a Taurus at all.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, he said. You're not a Taurus. Your birthday's in July. No. You are a Leo or a Gemini, aren't you?
Okay.
He doesn't even know what a Taurus is. You agreed to being one without knowing what one was. AEG. I love a man that agrees, even though he doesn't know what he's agreeing to. This could get him into all sorts of future trouble, ladies. It's a star sign, Scott. He's never heard of them. I've never met anyone who does not know what their star sign is. I've been telling my children since the day you were born, you're a typical Gemini. You're a typical Virgo, Mia. No. 16 chances is all we have for this wonderful gemstone. The thing about agate is the banding that we're looking for, and it's wonderful colours. You have got sky blues, you have got almost greeny turquoisey blues, you've got deep navy blues here. It's almost like looking at the banding of agate is very similar to looking at the rings of a tree Obviously, the more banding there is, the older the gemstone is. AEG, P25. These are just £6.95. I'm just hearing in my ear that Scott said, oh, I thought she was asking me if I was a tourist, and I'm not from Redditch, so yes, technically I'm a tourist. I worry sometimes. I worry. £6.95. There are loads of you there. Please ignore our available now bar. It is stuck. AEG P25, 250 carats of 10 mil gemstones that could be beady beads. They could be going in earrings. They could be simple stretchy bracelets. Our best friend. Oh, macrame champagne star bracelets. Or, as you might say in Colorado, macrame. Macrame. What's her actual accent out there? I don't know. I'd love to know. £4.50. We've price dropped these to £4.50. I've got a Bertha obsession now. 0800 644 655 if you're dialing, or if, like Bertha, you're shopping on the website, all the w's.jewellerymaker.com right now at 7 o'clock already. The night is flying. It's time. Can we have one more, can we? Oh, you little treaters. Let's have one more before our... Let's have one more. Have a look. Smoky quartz is such a perfect gemstone when you're looking for, and if my eyes do not deceive me, these are mystic coated smoky quartz. I'm not sure I've ever seen mystic coated smoky quartz. Have a look. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now these are also going to look absolutely glorious with the Sunstone. Oh my goodness, those nude tones are really doing it for me. Now, I would love to put this with a bit of pink. Oh, I love brown and pink. Now that looks incredible. Do you know why I love brown and pink? It reminds me of a strawberry chocolate cream. Oh. Strawberry cream covered in chocolate. That looks delicious, doesn't it? Now, let's talk about smoky quartz, because smoky quartz, sometimes when you put a black gemstone next to a different color, it's too harsh. You want the clarity, but you want the depth as well. Well, it's got to be smoky quartz. You don't want too much harshness. This is a gemstone that has been used by some of the greatest. You see pieces of smoky quartz coming out of Cartier, out of Gucci. We have lots under our sister company, Rocks TV and Gems TV. It's just beautiful. And to have it mystic coated is perfect. Now these are 7 to 10 mil on the graduation. It's nice to see graduated rounds of smoky quartz as well. And what I do love, and I wonder if you agree, is the different tones that we're getting here. I love it because you do get charcoal tones. You do get, I mean, look at that. You get the ones with more clarity. You've also got extra depth in there too. Some of these are more of a steely grey colour. MQR U68. £9.95. And he's not staying there. I thought you said, and I'm not staying there. Just don't say anything if you're staying there. You're confusing me, Danny, with your speaking in my ear. He's going to have to bring it down now. £9.95. What about using these? Wow, I knew you were tricking me. Ah, you're a tricker. £8.95. Danny is a tricker, so he is. Now think about putting these next to some rose gold. They're going to look divine. Right now, talking of divine, it's time for your next style buy. If you love gemstones that have a bit of a story behind them, if you love gemstones that you can go research and you'll see them, some of the biggest, most exquisitely exclusive designer jewelers in the world, then this is one that you want. You know, the one with Audrey Hepburn, the Breakfast at Tiffany's. You will see this gemstone in that Tiffany and Co collection. You will see this gemstone here at Gems TV and at Rocks TV. Now you get 2 strands, it's double trouble here, and it's just gorgeous. This is a gemstone again that was launched, in fact, by Tiffany & Co., discovered by the same chap that discovered Kunzite, and he named it after J.P. Morgan. That was one of the financial guys of Tiffany & Co. Now have a look. There is another word for financial guy, but my brain isn't clever enough to remember it. Now have a look at the sparkle. I do know my brain does love to design, especially with a bit of pink. I think pink makes us feel very feminine, very girly. The shape is there, isn't it? That jeweler's shape yet again in the Gatsby style drops. Now I want you to see this gorgeous pair of earrings. I don't know who created them, which pretty much means that they're mine. Oh, there's a necklace. Oh, rats, they're not mine. Rosanna, gorgeous earrings, Rosanna. I love those. They would have looked gorgeous in my ears. Oh, it's true. Now, I think Rosanna likes to take them home. Who am I to steal from Rosanna? Plus, she's a feisty Italian. Now, aren't these gorgeous? She's a beautiful lady and a wonderful jewellery maker and a good friend, so I am allowed to say that. Now, have a look at these. I love those. Aren't these pretty? And I love the use of tassels. Now you don't have to create what Rosanna's created, but they are a wonderful inspiration, aren't they? Gorgeous. Now you've got scope for many, many different sets of jewellery, and you can see how Rosanna's just used one in the necklace, and it is beautiful. And you don't need any more than that one. You really don't. I'm going to give you 2 strands of a very exclusive gemstone. 2 strands of a gemstone that is so very collected by so many gemstone enthusiasts, jewellery enthusiasts. KWGC07, this is your 7 o'clock star buy. Whatever you do, do not miss out. 0800 644 655 is the number to be dialing. If you're dialing from a UK landline, it's a free phone number. If you are buying from Colorado or France or Spain or anywhere else exotic or non-exotic that isn't in England or Britain, then it's all the w's.jewellerymaker.com for you. 2 strands for £57.90 as their original price tag. But Danny, take it down, my darling, because this is the Late Show. This is why you tune in from 5 to 9 to get the very best prices you've ever seen here at Jewellery Maker for £34.90. Miss it, miss out. Now our prices during these hours up until 9 p.m. UK time, of course, are only yours until between 5 and 9 UK time, after which time that price tag will go right back on up. Use your debit card or your credit card to make these yours. Whatever you do, remember you've got a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. Whatever you do, check out baskets. If you love genuine gemstones, if you love to get gemstones that you can be inspired by online, by a website search and see all those amazing designers, maybe designers that you aspire to be just like, then it's strands like these that you need in your collection. Now on the flip side of this, we have a whole hour of Don't Stop, a whole half an hour of Don't Stop the Drop. We'll be right back.
If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Sorry, I think you just caught me on the tail end of a cough. Now it's time for Don't Stop the Drop. You are going to get everything for the next half an hour is being price slashed, so you've got to be quick. Now, very low quantities of everything. Some things I've only got 3 and 4 of. Let's kick off this section with some fabulous little findings. Now, these are perfect. Where's my tweezers? There they are. For your Valentine's Day earrings. I'm going to show you why you need these in your collection. Now, you can twist these either way. They can go on the flat or they can go on, they will manipulate round. I've got them flat now. I prefer them this way, but they do come the other, when you get them, they'll be twisted around the other way, just so you know. And I always manipulate them the other way. Now, these are heart shepherd's hooks. I tried to put them there, there's a twist in the tweezers. I'm just going to not pinch my tweezers together. There they are. So they'll come like this, and you just twist them around if you want to do that. If you don't, then don't. Now, we don't have loads of Valentine's findings at the moment because you're buying them left, right and centre. These are being price slashed. They are sterling silver with a 9-carat gold overlay. If you just bought the Morganite, how about graduating those drops? Now, if you have been thinking about your Valentine's Day collections, and I have been mentioning Valentine's Day quite a lot over the last course of the last, well, straight after Christmas really, but Mark had already told me, oh, I finished my Valentine's. I know he's uber organised, but I know you are too. I know jewellery makers that have already finished their Easter card. Well, not jewellery makers, crafters that have already finished their Easter card. So if that's you, if you're thinking, well, I'm with you, Jenny. I've got to work to deadlines. I've got to work for a craft fair that I've got coming up in February. February is next month. It's Valentine's Day next month. If you want to do your Valentine's business, you need these now if you haven't already started. YQAR60, you're already piling up on the phone lines, and we don't have many of these. Everything up until 7:30 is being price slashed. 0800 644 655 or the w's.jewellerymaker.com. These are coming to you at £6.95 a pair. That's for one pair. But am I right in thinking that everything in the next half an hour is definitely being price slashed, correct? Okay, then they're not staying at £6.95, and I know I can see you stacking up on the phone lines. I know I don't have many of these, so let's not stop the drop. £5.95. Oh, what? You keep going down until they're all gone? Well, what happens if I come in when they're £5? I always pay the lowest price, is that correct? Right, okay, I'm very confused, but I'm now not so confused. £4.95. I'm generally wake up confused. And okay, so we all pay the very lowest price tag, which is £4.95. It's like an auction channel. YQAR60, isn't this wonderful? You're paying just £4.95 for real gold and real silver. Make sure you're checking out baskets, and remember, you do receive a 30-day money-back guarantee on everything that you buy from us here at Jewellery Maker. Now, doopy-doo, doopy-doo. Oh! We're not allowed to do number 3. We'll do it anyway. Have a look. Look at this gorgeous colour. And these could be frosty blues again. Oh, I love this. Look at the sparkle. Aren't these gorgeous? What about, you know, our superstar buy? Oh my gosh, look at that. I love them. Do you know what these are going to look gorgeous with? Do you know what else? If you've got a fuchsia gemstone, hang on, I have got fuchsia. Just ignore the rest of them and put it next to the fuchsia. Ooh, I love it with that bright pink. Absolutely glorious. Now these are being price slashed for you. Do not hesitate in grabbing them. I'm giving you 130 carats of dark blue coated chalcedony. Now these really are glorious. They're almost like sapphire blue. They're Ceylon sapphire blue to me. What about you? And I love the way you can graduate these. You've got the sky blue. You've got the deep, 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 deep rich blue. Oh, you've got to have these if you. I love them. I've never seen these. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Wowzers. Let's give you your price tag. We'll hear from Bertha at the end of this half-an-hour section. £12 was your price tag. Are you ready? We are going to drop, and we are not going to stop until we get to your price tag. They're not going to be 11, £10. Oh, he kept us hanging in there, £9. They're just gorgeous. I think I'd drop these on a lovely gold chain if I wanted to keep it a bit more summery, perhaps silver. I think either would look absolutely gorgeous to you. Just beautiful. I'd love to see some macrame with these. Let's go to some amethyst now. Number 6 or number 4, you mean? Number 3's got the thing we're not allowed to do in. Have a look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many sides have these got? I've lost count. So they're octagons. Always think about an 8-legged octopus. I'm so silly and very much not brainy. That's the only way I can do it. I wish I'd listened during Latin, but I didn't. Now, have a look. 100 carats of beautiful amethyst. You have got utter depth. I absolutely love the fact that gold would look so glorious with these. Have a look. Oh, it's the richness. I really like that strand to you. And again, wow. Now, Pyrite looks great with this colour. You have got yourself have a look. I don't think you'd automatically put those together, but they work so stunningly. For me, if you bought the green onyx earlier, sorry. I do apologise, I had a little cough then, a little froggetto in my throat. Now, we are all very much thinking about wearing our Wimbledon style jewellery. The victory we had, us Great Britons, during Wimbledon last year. Surely we're all thinking about creating Wimbledon pieces in support of Andy Murray this year. So it's got to be this purple and it's got to be green onyx, hasn't it? FGG P34 is your item code. 100 carats of amethyst. They're 10 by 8 and they're not £8.95. They are February's birthstone. They are perhaps one of your biggest sellers if you create jewellery to sell on. Perhaps they were the first gemstone you ever bought or were given. Beautiful amethyst, easily recognisable. Probably one of the most popular gemstones in the world. We ain't stopping the dropping. All the way down to £5.95. We do not stop the drop. Here, all the way up. We got another 15 minutes to enjoy of price slashing for you. Now, let's keep on going. We have very, very, very small quantities of absolutely everything that I'm bringing to you right now. Now, we were talking earlier about how sometimes we get colour block as jewellery makers, don't we? We just sometimes think, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. I can't put colour together today. Well, here's a strand that helps you to do just that. If you just unstrand them onto your tray, they seem to come back to life. The colours seem to talk to you again. I really like strands like this because I think you've got opportunities to make a bracelet that will go with every single outfit. Sometimes if we're thinking about just wearing plain whites, plain blacks, and we're not so confident with colour in our dress, in our fashion, then in our clothing, that's the word I was looking for. I was thinking that's not right. Because jewellery is fashion as well, isn't it? If we're not so confident about wearing bright colours in our clothing, then certainly accessorise with those bright colours. And also here we have opportunities to make matching pairs of cufflinks or earrings, or you could make rings with these. You know, I really do enjoy these colours, and again, very good for macrame bracelets. Really wonderful for using at the end of each chainmail bracelet, one at each end on your chainmail. And if you are in love with Debbie Bolford, like we all are, we love that lady. She's very good at inspiring us for chainmail, so go and check out her designs on Facebook. WHGP72 is your item code. You've got 550 carats, no 15, sorry, in total. And these are large 14mm rounds. We don't have loads of large 14mm rounds. If you're thinking about, with Laura Binding, doing the cuff, wirework cuff bracelets, wonderful DVD, please pick it up. It's only £4.95. Add that to your order and grab a strand like this. This makes a really nice, big, substantial, chunky bracelet, and you actually don't need to use that many. 3 or 4 will suffice. £9.95, but we're dropping that price tag down and down again to £7.95. £6.95 is your price tag. I never know. It's stony silence, and I never know who's going to do his little evil Rumpelstiltskin. He's Rumpelstiltskin laughing in my ear, which means one more. £5.95 is your price tag. A brand new record low. What about a goddess bracelet with these? That would look good, wouldn't it? Well done. Keep yourself dialing and keep yourself smiling with us here at Jewellery Maker tonight. We are loving all your text messages. Please keep them coming, my darlings. Now, let's go with, I know what's in here, and I can't believe this is in this hour. Here at Jewellery Maker, we like to samba. That's how you teach your kids rhythm, with that song. And also, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate cake. You'll all be singing that. And Scooby-Doo. Anyway, normal mothers will not do that. Have a look at what I've got for you. Oh! Woohoo! Look at all the gemstones you're going to get in this deluxe tube, and all the people screaming in my ear that I've just made a big mess and I'd better clear it up after myself. Never. I'm with Bertha. We don't do clearing up. Now, have a look at these. What a glorious combination of two precious gemstones, Tanzanite and emerald. Apparently Scott was warned about my messiness. I'm a big trailing path of destruction, Scotty, and no one can stop me. Have a look at this size of this emerald. Hang on a minute. If you met somebody who didn't know about Jewellery Maker on the street and you said, here's an emerald, give me £10 for it, I think they'd say bargain, and they'd take it. But you know what? You're going to get a huge, huge amount of rather large emeralds, beautifully large emeralds, and gorgeously large tanzanites. And look how stunning these are together. Well, there's a ring in itself. Could you put these in your silver clay? We must ask Natalia. Well, you certainly could create your own bezel out of them, if not fire them up. I think you could fire them, but I'm not sure about that. So do ask Natalia. Some of these are drill holes, some of them aren't. The great thing about this is you're working with so much texture. How organic, that looks like a work of art in itself right there, doesn't it? How organic are those colours together? I'm in love with them. It's making me think of seascapes. You know, I really think there's a lot of ocean quality about those together. What do you think? Are you thinking about creating that piece of jewellery that just takes you to the seaside? I know it's so breezy, unless you're watching from Australia in the sun, in which case we're all frightfully jealous of you. You know what? I think it's just nice to introduce different colours together, and blue and green, I think, are always gorgeous together. We see these combinations in nature. We're talking about emeralds. Well, we know that emeralds have been loved and adored for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years. You know, emeralds are precious, and so are tanzanites. Tanzanite is there for the gemstone of our generation. Well, of course, we know emerald. Well, you see emeralds in the crown jewels. You read books on the Tudors and things, and it's emeralds. You read that they're wearing a beautiful cloak with a brooch of emerald. Can you tell I'm a big Philippa Gregory fan? Now, I want you on the phones for these. Look at what you've got. 2 wonderful gemstones in a deluxe scoop. My goodness, you get absolutely reams and reams in the one tube, and you're going to pay one price drop of a price tag. Are we going record low? I think so. $15.95. Well, you know what? It's a great price for 2 wonderful, precious gemstones. Wouldn't you agree? I'm there at $15.95. I want these at $15. Tanzanite and emerald, absolutely. I think that's a great price. It's coming down for you though. And if I were you, I'd snap these up because we don't have loads at all. Yes, I've made a mess. Thanks for pointing it out in my ear, Tom. I tell you. Good job, we all love each other, isn't it? We're not even staying there. Be careful. These are precious gemstones, Danny. Hang on. What can you buy for under £10? Stay with me, that's precious. Owned by kings and queens. You could perhaps make a large profit out of, or give a beautiful gift of, for life, an heirloom. What much can you buy under £10 that's going to last forever? Bottle of wine, and believe me, that doesn't last long in my house. 5 minutes if it's lucky. $9.95. No, not that bad. I give it at least an hour. VQV X26. Goodness gracious me. I can't believe this. Now, Scott and I are quite lucky because we've got a whole table full of precious gemstones now. Gosh. There we are. Who ever thought, Scott, this time last year you'd be showered with tanzanites and emeralds? You are. What were you doing this time last year? Were you a student?
Yeah, I was a student. Yeah, studied media.
Oh, he studied media. I bet he got a good mark. He looks quite clever. What did you get?
Well, distinction.
Oh, he got a distinction, darlings. Yeah. Oh.
So hard to get, so.
Yeah, I can tell. You know when you can tell someone really clever and really posh? That's Scott.
Both.
You're both, aren't you? Have you got a dog? You've got dogs at home?
No,
no?
A cat.
Oh, a cat. What's it called?
She is called Tinker.
Tinker. I used to have a dog called Tinker.
Yeah.
It sounds different when you've got an accent like me. Oh, you Tinker! Tinker!
Actually,
now.
Sounds better.
Tinker! Let's give to you now a big version of a gemstone I gave you earlier. But I think these look like they're 14 or even 16 mil. They're huge and they're gorgeous and they're reminding me of the film Mamma Mia. See what you think. Which girls like, Tom, whether you like that or not. Look at this. Oh, Piers Brosnan in that. I was going to say Piers Morgan, and I stopped myself, and my brain went, Jenny, no, not Piers Morgan. Have a look. Gorgeous. Does it remind you of that film? Is it filmed in Greece? It is.
Actually, you know, I've only met Piers once, but I haven't seen him.
You've met Piers?
No, I've seen him once.
You've seen him?
I know a couple of mates of his.
He's your dad, isn't he?
I wish he was my dad. But
He's not his dad. He's not his dad. Now, have a look at what I've got for you. Gorgeous colour. You can almost see Meryl Streep coming out on the balcony and bursting into song right now, can't you? Definitely, for me, I'm calling it Mamma Mia Blue. I think it's got that Greek island feel to it. Put a splash of colour into it, ladies, and let's watch that film while we create jewellery out of this strand. Why not? We all love a musical, don't we? I always sing and hum when I jewellery make. Let me know if you do the same thing. 660 carats, and these are 16 mil rounds, so they're larger rounds than we've seen for a while. And you know we're descending in. That's already good. It's already good, that. $8.95. Let's go lower then. You're very. Look at the striping on that. Look at it. Do you know what I love? Some of these are navy blue. Some of these are royal blue. striping's exquisite. Danny just said in my ear, I'm going to create a new record. At $5.95, Danny boy, I think you've done it. 0806, you haven't done it. You can't. Oh, you are going to get in trouble, Danny. Oh, you are. £4.95. Is this the deal of the night? Is it the deal of the year so far? Thank you, darling. HCG P77 is your item code. £4.95. What a deal. I'm talking to you about blue banded agate, a member of the chalcedony family. Therefore, of course, a member of the quartz family too. It's fabulous. Look how vibrant that colour is. I love it. Now we must move on because it looks like these are going to sell out very, very fast indeed. Can I tell you, these would go wonderfully in between. You could alternate, couldn't you? Again, I'm a big fan of blue and green at the moment. It's happening for me, blue and green. Now, think about your... Now I want you to just think on a different tack altogether. Have you ever seen Robin Hood, when he marries Maid Marian and she's got that almost wreath of flowers around her head? And
yeah, which version?
I think I'm talking about the version with Costner.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's forgotten that he's supposed to be doing an English accent, because he is in fact, of course, Robin of Nottingham, not of Locksley. Yeah. Now he's not Robin of New York. He's forgotten that, but we'll let him off a little bit. Now, I want you to think about Peruvian pink opal with these, and I want you to then cast your mind to that floral wreath. I think these can look very, very, very vintage. Think about your antique bronze findings. They look gorgeous. Rose quartz will work just as well. Now, I think there's a lot of beauty to a strand like this. I do have another pastel gemstone, which I'm gonna just grab for you, because, oh no, that's not it. Trouble about reaching behind you is you can't see what's there. Now, actually, of course, it works very well with the purple as well. I would like to see some rose quartz with this though. That's what's going to really do it for me. Now these faceted rounds are just perfect for using as flowers. They make a really cute little daisy. I think you're going to really love these. CJG P42 is your item code. You've got 150 carats of fruit green. I've never heard a gemstone being described as fruit. $2.95. Are you mad? You're not. Have you been bringing the price down the whole time I've been talking then? Have we finished the price downing? You're not allowed. No, I mean it. You're gonna get done. I'm not telling. I'm not a snitcher. I'd be treading in very dangerous grounds if I started telling tales on you. What might you say about me? You're a complete Fruit Loop. You are going to get done for that. You know that, don't you? Were you counting on me for backup? The thing is, love, I've got kids to feed, so I'm nowhere to be seen. CJG P42, £2.45. I would back him up in the old days, but Lord knows I have children that want feeding. It could be a P45 job for our Danny. Who knows? Who dares to dream? 800 644 655. Apparently he's got a save my bacon text. I wouldn't guarantee it. Okay, Danny, let's see. Is someone calling? Is it from the boss saying you are brilliant and not in fact fired? It's from Sarah in Cheshire. How can Sarah in Cheshire save you? Let's read and find out. Have a look at the strand while we do, because otherwise I go all double chinny. I think Jenny and Danny are a combination to be repeated every day. I love Jenny, just got in from work, and that smile just makes me, oh, God love you. Oh, a big kiss, Sarah, a big toothy kiss for you. Mwah. And apparently, Sarah, you just taking that text into the meeting. I ain't coming to that meeting. And we heard from Colorado that it's Bertha. Can we just see that? I'd love to hear from Bertha again. Can you find it, or has it disappeared? You did write it down though. She was 7 degrees. Here we go. Oh, lovely. Which is minus something here. I can't work it out, but 7 Celsius, which is minus 13.
Yeah.
Oh, you were converting. Who knows what you were doing, Tom? I'm not clever enough for it. Colorado has mountains over 4,000 meters. Blue skies. Temperature in Denver today, 7 Celsius. Good shops here, but Jewellery Maker has hard to find genuine gem beads. I'm coming over. Bertha, have you got a spare room? I'm over. I'm coming over, my darling. Now it's time for your star buy. Oh, I do love the star buy tonight. You have got clear quartz, which is uber sparkly. I love this. Well, I actually think this is a necessity strand. You have to have a bit of sparkle and a bit of glam, girls, don't you? You just do. Now have a look at that. Woohoo! And then I'm going to show you something really, really gorgeous. Have a look at, now you've got to get really, really close to these because on first glance they're frosted round, but no, they've got faceted polka dots. They've got little windows, like little ship's windows. I love that you can see in there. So, yes, like a porthole. That's the actual word for it, isn't it? Now look, you could. I love that you can peek through these. I would put some coloured wire in there for a little bit of peekery. And then I love the fact that you've got those lovely facets, and they're fancy facets actually in that clear quartz, aren't they? Wrapping around one another. Oh, do you know what? I'm thinking bridal I am, are you? But Sue, the wonderful jewellery maker that lives under the table here, have a look at what she's created. Now I want to go out on the town. Are you coming with me, Sam? Should we go out? Should we have a glamorous night out, a girls' night out? I want to drink cocktails whilst I'm wearing this. I want to wear a Gatsby-style dress. I think I'll go on a diet before I do that. You've got the gizmo coils in between. Isn't this gorgeous? I want to go out and just go all for it. This is a girls' night out piece. And that clear quartz allows this to be worn with any outfit, doesn't it? Look at the swing on this. I love this. Isn't it gorgeous? Then you've got the earrings with the gizmo coiling as well. You could create this. You don't have to. I mean, there's loads of scope for design with the clear quartz, isn't there? Oh, aren't they gorgeous? It's very Gatsby-esque, isn't it? It makes me want to put a bit of a CD on with Gatsby-style music, 1920s music. I haven't got one. I could just put the Great Gatsby on in the background, or maybe get the other films are available. Or you could watch House of Eliot. I watched Great Gatsby for the first time the other day, actually, and I liked it. I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it. I felt a bit sorry for him. VGGC90. Absolutely. Is it a true story? I want it to be. I'm going to say it is, even if it isn't. Now, you have got 2 stash it gemstones. By stash it gemstones, I mean ones that you can reach for every time you just want sparkle. You don't want a colour that's going to offend. You want sparkle. You don't want something too in your face. You want sparkle, and you've got it here in your collections. Now, these have got a nice enough drill hole in them that mean you can pass wire through them. They make a great goddess bracelet. They make a great weave. They make a great macrame bracelet. Of course, we know that. I'm thinking whether you could do with the smaller ones some beaded macrame. Actually, these would be good for your soutache beaded chain. I love soutache so much. Now, we had up one of our first soutache workshops today. We've still got sandwiches out there for you, Tom. Forgot to give them to you. There's a great big buffet we give to you all, and it's lovely because we all come and have lunch together. 0800, I'm not strictly supposed to. 6444 655 is the number. Is the number to be dialing. Are you ready? £16.90 is your price tag for 2 wonderful Stash It strands. Great to have you on board tonight. Thank you so much for all your interaction. Don't forget, our text question for tonight is, what have you been reunited with that you thought you'd lost or you haven't seen? But maybe you bumped into an old school friend. It could be anything. You found a pair of socks you thought you'd lost that were lucky. It could be literally anything. 60777. Melancholy has been, after 6 weeks in plaster, has been reunited with a fabulous hairy leg. The thing is, of course, When you undo it, you do have the legs of Patty and Selma from The Simpsons. Other cartoon characters are available. You know, when that happens, you're like, oh no! And it's really pale as well, isn't it? Are you feeling that? And it's sometimes green. Obviously, I'm a regular breaker of bones. £16.90. We're going to continue shopping with some Pyrite. Now, we gave you some very similar ones earlier, but slightly different. Very similar, but slightly different. I'm going to give you a cheeky price tag. We're going to give you a sneaky deal on these. Look at the sparkle. And do you know what I like about this strand? Is that we don't see this shape in any other gem. I think I've seen it in rose quartz and that's it. And I actually love the way these lie. They make a really nice pendant, don't they? They're kind of shield shape. HBG P50 is your item code. Very similar to the last strand, but they are a different size. 540 carats this time, and this time 16 by 13 to 21 by 22. 21 by 21, in fact, on the graduation. We are taking these to a silly price. A peeled grape colour. A glass of crisp Chardonnay. Going down to £9.95, but not. Are we still doing that droppy spotty thing? Oh, now it's sliced the price. £6.95. As long as it rhymes, it's happy times. £6.95. Did you like what I did there? Yes, they call me the female M&M. So they don't ever. The only similarity is the hair colour. £6.95 is your price tag. Now this is a brand new silly low. What's it called again? Slice the price. Slice the price. So, oh, that makes me think of slices of cake, though, and now I'm hungry. 806, 444, 655. Anything I can associate with food, I generally do. It's terrible, isn't it? Now. Oh, my gosh. Do you know what these are like? Oh, look at this. It's like a seascape. I'm just going to check. Look, this is the sea, and then it's a cloudy sky, and I'm in Cornwall. Oh, that could be St Michael's Mount. Where is that? Penzance, isn't it? That's not in Brittany, St Michael's Mount. It's in Penzance. Not Mont Saint Michel. That's far too fancy for me. St Michael's Mount. Where is Penzance? The Pirates of Penzance. Cornwall, isn't it? Or Devonny? No, I've been there as well. I can tell you a funny story about it.
I know Mont Saint Michel is in France.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about St Michael's Mount, which you walk across to when the tide's out. It's in Penzance. I'm actually right about this, I know it, and you know that I'm rubbish at geography. We're both right, but we're both talking, I'm talking about the one I'm talking about. Do you know how I know it's definitely true? Is because when my brother and I walked to, this is the funniest day of my life, we walked across, like what is normally the sea, like the sand, okay? The tide had gone out, and my brother was puddle jumping, and he jumped across a puddle on the way to St Michael's Mount, and he disappeared. He literally disappeared. My dad had to put his hand in the puddle and pull him back out again. He'd gone all the way down and sunk underneath. Well, I was like 6 and thought it was hilarious. Little did I know he was about to die. Yeah, it was funny at the time. Anyway, have a look. Yeah, but I'm on about St Michael's Mount in Penzance. Look at that one. What, is it in the middle? I didn't walk to France, did I? Have a look. Oh, it's its brother. Oh, you've confused me with your words. Have a look. Have a look at what you've got. What I was trying to say before Danny argued with me in a typical male way is that they look like seascapes. I think they look like seascapes. Do you? Danny wishes he'd never spoken to me in his life, he's saying no. Look at that colour. Look at that colour. Have a look. Do you know what that was like? A scene from The Witches. Who dares to argue with me? Have you ever seen that? Oh, Angelica Houston at her best. Best film ever. Do you know, this is so beautiful with the blend of colours. Look at the grey and the blue. Oh, they're heavenly, aren't they? Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that there. See, do you know what the great thing is? Look at that clear definition between, I mean, that's sky and rock. I'm looking at a big cliff and there's a beautiful sky behind it. You know, I love that, and you only get that in gemstones, and you know what, Bertha's right. You might be able to shop for beads elsewhere, but genuine gemstones, my goodness, it's a hard job, isn't it? So get yourself dialed in for this one. NMR. U25 is your item code. These are from 10 by 7 to 22 by 13 on an 18 centimetre strand, and they're just £14.95. Oh no, they're not, because you do slice that price. Go on then, you cheeky little monkey. Whoosh. Down to £10.95. He's sliced the price right down for you. We don't have loads of these. They are absolutely reminding me of the seaside though. Are they you? They're just beautiful. You know what I meant. Absolutely gorgeous. And we are talking about Boulder opal. Do you know, I've never seen them like this, ever. Loads of you there on the web. Don't forget to give us a shout out on the text service there as well. Now, let's go to... Oh, I love this. These overlap. I love this strand. I love it, yeah. Do you know what? They're so fresh looking. Do you know what? They just look like they would smell and taste amazing, but they don't, but they look, you know what I mean? They're fruity, like lemon curd, like lemon meringue pie, all that's yummy. Oh, they look yummy and sweet and delicious, don't they? Like candied fruits. I love the way that these are drilled so that they overlap. I'm permanently hungry, are you? Now, these would just make the most gorgeous bracelet. I love the way they spike up. I think these are great rings as well. They're great drops. Do you know what? If you've got the pendant clasps, you could put those at the top like that, couldn't you? Have a look at those facets. Have a look at that colour. Get yourself dining for these. I think in your collection, these are going to be a nice focal centerpiece. They're almost reminding me of that sort of fish scale or armor linking that you get. We're going to give you a very delicious price tag indeed. Have a look. It's gorgeous. £11.95 is not your price. We all love a record low in the building, yes. Said if I'm getting sacked for that £2.45, I may as well go all night. All right then. £6.95 is your price tag. Wow, look at what you've got. This is chalcedony, genuine chalcedony. Look next. Oh, they're so rich together. I think this is a gemstone you can have in yours. Oh my gosh, they're daffodil yellow. Put them with the green onyx. Perfect, that's your daffodils. I love, do you know what I love about the spring? Driving down the road and seeing all these lovely daffodils coming out. I just think it's wonderful. I wonder if they have daffodils in Colorado. Well, they don't have magpies. They don't have magpies. They don't, which means it's pretty much lucky for you every day. $6.95. I wonder if they have other birds that bring bad or good luck. Now let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on the one strand. Now, ooh, these go really good together. They go really good together. Do you know what these remind me of? And I know, again, this is going to be food related. I'm so sorry if you're on a diet. I can't stop thinking about food because I'm trying to go carb free, and now everything I'm seeing, like people look like bread to me right now. Sam is just one big piece of pasta. You know what it's like when you're not going to eat carbs, and that's the end of it. You are a lovely crusty baguette. Now, it's hard, isn't it, when you're... Anyway, these look like those sweeties, rosy apples. Oh, I love those. I love a rhubarb and custard from time to time, but a rosy apple. Now, Tom's just telling me, I gave Tom some of my rhubarb out of my garden, because that's how old I am. I grow my own vegetables and fruit. Like, it happens when you hit 30, everything goes, you want to start growing things. I gave Tom some rhubarb, and he made some Christmas rhubarb vodka, and he just said to me in my ear, it was the most delicious thing ever. And do you have any left? He's not willing to share it, though. Have a look at this. Have a look. He did lose a couple of days where he lost his mind. So if you are going to do that, please do it sensibly. BAG, P23 is your item code, your multicoloured agate faceted rounds. These have very much rosy apple quality to them, don't they? And that in turn is perhaps, and I hope so, going to allow you for more design. I think these are going to be absolutely glorious with all of the colours of the summertime. If you, like me, were blessed with lots of fallen apples and blackberries and rhubarb and all of that deliciousness at the end of summer, then you're going to really enjoy these, actually. It's a real harvest fruit collection, isn't it, that we're seeing here. Now, get yourself, darling. Do you know what I love, though? You've got those really sort of Granny Smith apple colours, rosy apple colours. I'm seeing these incredible gooseberry tones, and they are deliciously gorgeous looking, aren't they? If these were flavour, they'd be yum flavour. BAG P23, 470 carats of yumminess at 4.45 if we weren't, 5.45 if we weren't slicing. We're slicing. Do you know what that reminds me of? Slicing bread. You're doing it to me again. £4.45 is your price tag. BAG P23. Don't talk to me about pizza. That's cruelty. Aren't they mean? Tomorrow's text might be, what have you given up? Is it Lent? Are we giving up for Lent? That's not yet. That's ages away. I'm just giving up for New Year. BAG P23. Now, my darlings, do make sure you are checking out baskets. We're going to continue with Slice That Price with I love Danny's accent in my ear, which is full tone. I'm going to go with full tone. Yes, 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 I've used these and they're brilliant. Have a look. Now you can snip these if you want to. What I did with mine is I opened them, I linked them open. I'm going to show you something else cool, because I was toying with doing something else. Now you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I got these, the first thing I did was made a ring out of them, because you can stack them like that, which I quite liked. And that made me think, actually, in your design, you could work it. Look, do you think that looks cute? Because I really do. And then I looked at them and I thought, there's something kind of Grecian about these. There's something, maybe it's because they almost like Olympic rings. Have a look at that. I think these are going to look gorgeous in your designs. Where did I snip mine? I think I just did a clean snip on mine. Yeah, I did. But I linked them together. I think you could do, I'm on about St Michael's Mount in Penzance. I know you've search engines there, and what they do, these boys, is they try and make sure they're always right. They've gone, there's no such place as St Michael's Mount in Penzance. There is. Have a look. And I'll tell you how I remember as well. I told my friend Louisa Grimmett at school that Penzance, she said, where's that Greece? Sounds like it's somewhere abroad. And I pretended it was in Greece because I wanted to sound more exotic. And then she went home and told her mum, and she came back the next day and said, Penzance isn't in Greece, you told a lie. And I remember going home crying because I told a lie about Penzance. Never forgot that holiday. Have a look. When you're like 7, telling a fib is big you know, it's terrible. Look at that. Look at the gold, look at the silver. Anyway, jewellery makers, pull yourself together in that gallery. It's like having the Muppets in my ears. Now, you've got gold and silver jump rings. These are going to look so stunning in your designs. And I'm just thinking you could do some chainmail in between and then just use one of these in the centre to break it up and then carry on going. Sections of chainmail would look really nice. I do think that it's nice to have these kind of findings just to grab hold of when you get a little bit of an inspiration, because we don't see many findings like this, do we? Now, you have got all 5 going for one price like that is then being sliced. XEGP66. They are 9 karat gold on solid sterling silver for just £7.95. You have already got a great deal for 5, but we're going to slice that price for you. We're going down, so please be very, very quick with these. XEGP60, they're only £4.95. That's less than £1 each. How glorious is this deal? 0800 444 655 is a free phone number if you're dialing from a UK landline. Now, we've got lots of text messages. We're coming through. All right, there's lots of Mounts and Michaels. They're being mean to me, everybody. Now, I know, I agree with you. There would be one in France. Have a look. You know I'm rubbish at geography. I didn't even know where... I don't know where anywhere is, actually. Have a look. Have a look at these. Amethyst. Do you know what I love about these? Is that they remind me of lavender fields. Oh, I love lavender fields in the summer. We've got beautiful lavender fields near Hitchin near us. And do you know what they do? They do open air movies like in America, like drive-through movies. You sit in the lavender fields, smelling the lavender, the heady scent of lavender, watching a film with a picnic blanket. Oh, it's so romantic. And it just reminds me, it's that lavender is very romantic, isn't it? It's very darling buds of May. I love these colours. I love that you've got clarity, and I think it's important to have all different shades of amethyst. Now these are going to look really gorgeous with your sunstone. Look at these together. Very pretty, and you can almost hear the humming of bees when you see colours like this. And I really do think the pastel shades. Now this is a bridesmaid's colour, isn't it? Was this your colour? Now Tom often talks of his wedding with great fondness, and I love to hear the stories, because obviously no one's ever wanted to marry me, so I wouldn't know it. Ah! Now I usually do a runner before. Now have a look. I nearly got there once and I never turned up. It's terrible. I was only 17 at the time though, so I forgive myself. Now, lavender amethyst, 11 by 8, very bridesmaidy colours. And in the twist, you've got opportunities to make beautiful earrings. You could start your tassel with a toggle of this. I'm just thinking, I like these twists. I want them to swing somehow. I want you to get movement out of them. And I don't know whether that's how you feel, or whether you're thinking about wire wrapping them actually with some finer wire, sort of to accentuate those twists. 215 carats and that 11 by 8. So they're all the same uniform size. ACG PWO, sorry, PWO. 11.95 is your non-sliced price. I'm like Zorro. But we are going to price slice for you tonight. This is genuine amethyst for just £6.95. It's a wonderful time to come shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker in the late show. What we do here at Jewellery Maker is we just take everything down. We just take everything down to the lowest prices. It's a last in stock opportunity. £6.95 a brand new lowest ever price with a 30-day money back guarantee. It's just a great opportunity again tonight for you to fill up that basket. Were you shopping with the gorgeous Gemma Crow, who was on this morning in the morning show? And who was the guest? A lovely Becky. Let's have some peach moonstone. Have a look at this. Oh, these are yummy, aren't they? Look at that now, peach moonstone. Again, very bridesmaidy. Moonstone is a sign of fertility. That's what they say. It's also the birth gemstone of June. Look at that, iridescence. To me, this is the colour that is going to be very popular in the summertime. With sky blues, put it together with the sunstone. Kind of Sahara desert tones going on there. I actually think with the opal I gave you earlier, because of those blues, this will look quite pretty together. What do you think? With those nude tones. But I think these are for rings. And if you turn them around, you'll see, look at that table that you've got. Can you see all that iridescence? And I think take advantage of that actually. You don't, I mean, oh, look at that. So pretty. What a beautiful, beautiful colour that is. It's like an antique pink. Do you know what I mean? Where something's, yeah, I really like it. Yeah, do you know, it looks like something you see in an antique jeweller's. Very expensive looking indeed. YCGK23 is your item code. You've got 190 carats of beautiful peach moonstone from 10x4 to 16x10 on the graduation. Come shopping with us because we're going to give you another slice price. Down from £12.95. We're going to take that price tag right on down for you tonight here at Jewellery Maker. But only until 9 o'clock, so you've only got an hour for this one. Down to £9.95. No, we've only got 35 in stock. And our little droppy thing isn't working. So we've started with 35 and that price is, that amount is going to go down, 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 down. If you want to create something striking, something with a focal point, then this is definitely going to be the one that you want to do it with. YCGK20. I think there's a big romance actually behind this gemstone. We'll read your text message out in just a tickle. We want to know. Before that, we're going to give you your start by. All three? Wow. These look like they've got fossils on them, the whites. Aren't they lovely? You've got almost like a grey tone matrix running through these. And let's actually look at these in great detail because they're not massively glossy, which really appeals to me because sometimes you want to be a little bit more understated. And actually this is a very calm strand of beautiful dove grey, isn't it? And maybe you're wearing a cloth like a linen where a sparkle wouldn't go. This definitely has that sort of linen matte about it. But I've been grabbing this strand a lot, haven't I? I love its fruity tones. I love its depth. I love the fact you've got blood orange reds in here. You've got lemon yellows. And I love the fact that this looks like a goddess bracelet already. Now I've doubled those over to show you the faceting and how sparkly it is. Now, you have got skim drilled rounds. Now these are brilliant. Now, aren't they like cherries? Yes, or like beautiful plums, ripe for the picking. Now, what I want you to see, or strawberry red, strawberry jam red. Remembering Scott is a jam to our marmalade man. Now, these are skim drilled. I want you to think about how much that will give you an advantage when you're making beady beads because you won't see the matrix, you won't see the makeup of those beady beads. You won't necessarily get involved with looking at the monofilament and things. So this is great for that. Now I'm going to just twist and twist and twist and twist these and you really get that juicy feeling. And because they stand proud really, really nicely because of the way they're drilled. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I love the way Tom described them as cherry drops. And then you've got that wonderful, almost linen grey and white there. Now your red agate top drilled or skim drilled are 8mm. Crazy grey agate, which is dove grey, 12mm as well, and your agate faceted rounds of all different tones are 8mm. Very suitashable with the smallers. Individually, you'll be paying $16.85 individually $16.85 altogether. No, if you were to put these all in a basket as individual strands, that basket total would be £16 and 85 pence. But because you're shopping with us here at the Late Show tonight, and this is your 8 o'clock star buy, I'm going to give you a much better deal, and that is in the form of the price tag that is just £9 for all 3 strands. That's £3 per strand on the dot with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Come shopping with us. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And gorgeous gemstones to gain. DWG C51. It's the Jewellery Maker sale. This is a January sale price tag. £9, £3 per strand. You're making a £7.85 saving, which is wonderful. You can do it in a webby way, but please make sure you are checking out your baskets. Goodness gracious me. Well done to everybody that's got theirs. Tell us what you're going to do with these. And the round is so easy to incorporate in any design, isn't it? Maybe you've just started jewellery making, you're looking for as many bargain price tags as you can. Maybe that jewellery making is a business to you, in which case you're on the phone already. It may be that you're just looking to up your stash. Well, for £9, you've done it with style. 3 individual strands for 1 tiny price tag. Well done to all of those that have got this. Now, coming up after the break, we will be reading your text messages, so last chance to be reeling those out. And we got some more incredible deals. We'll see you the other side of this.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this MIMO introductory DVD. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will guide you through a variety of techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill.
Welcome back. It's Miss It, Miss Out. I've got some beautiful findings for you coming up in this hour. And we're starting with number 8, which is a very Victorian finding. Well, I think it is. Now, no, it's totally different to the one we had earlier. It doesn't have the hole in the centre, and you've got a different option with this one. It's silver as well. Now, you've got your loopholes either side here, so it could go this way in a bracelet, or it could drop from a lovely velvety ribbon in a very Downton Abbey style. Then you could have a little pearl dropper just here. How gorgeous would that be? It would, wouldn't it? Now you can also manipulate this into a ring because it's sterling silver. Have a look. So sterling silver is much softer than non-precious metals findings that we give you. So it means you can mould it. Now this will go back if you decide against it, but don't keep doing it. Don't you think that makes a really cute ring? you could use this as well as the finding. Also put an impression into your cloud clay, and then you could make a matching polymer clay finding, because you've done your impression. So then you've got your polymer clay mold out of this. Anything with beautiful texture like this, I would always press into cloud clay before I used it, so I could then press over my polymer clay, and that image will be transferred onto your polymer clay. Look at the intricacy of this sterling silver, and think about how sterling silver findings could help boost that profit margin for you. You let us know. If you put silver in your pieces, can you therefore charge a higher price tag for them if you're selling on? Or do you think when you're giving jewellery as a gift, it makes it more valuable to the receiver because it's got solid sterling silver? NBAR99 is your item code. We're going to give you another cracking price here at Jewellery Maker this evening. We've only got 36 of these, so who knows how long they're going to be around for. At £11.95, you're getting an incredible price tag for a beautiful finding. And tell me, could you make more than you're buying it for if you do sell on? At £6.95, I think we're multi-buying on these. Now, you were already buying these on the website as soon as the price went on. So if you are shopping on the phone lines, I will advise you to hop on now, because we never had many. We only ever had 36 of these, so please act fast. And our little bar is stuck. That quantity, of course, has gone right on down. Now, your measurements are on the screen for you. They're 41 by 27, and you've got the 2 loops. It's a connector or a pendant. I think it would be a feature rather than a function for me. A choker would be gorgeous, and I definitely think with a pearl dropper. And you could do it either way though. It's very Victorian, very Downton Abbey, isn't it? Now we're going to move on, and we're going to go to some chain. I'd get 2 of these and make a necklace out of them, but these are a great bracelet. And the thing about if you do a bracelet with them is that you've got an opportunity to have an extender on there as well. Most people, most jewellery makers do tend to put an extender on there, because otherwise, if it doesn't fit that person, then you've lost that sale. So for me, you've got quite a few extra links on there, but you've got the opportunity to, and this is great for hanging charms off of straight away. Very easy to do. Now it's 9 inches. 7 inches is your usual bracelet, so you've got 2 inches in extra for your extenders, or to break up and use in other pieces if you want to. Now, the round links are 14 mil, but 9 inches is the length of the whole sterling silver chain. How much do you see sterling silver chain on the high street for? Well, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a decent bracelet looking like this with these links, obviously with the, well, I think I'd do a toggle clasp. I would, and I actually don't necessarily think you'd need the round of the toggle clasp. You just need the toggle, because you'd put it into whichever one you wanted to, and then the job's done. Just the T-bar part. Now, I want you to act fast on this. How much would you pay? £40 for that, maybe? I don't know. Maybe more. I want to be fast. We don't have many of these, and they are such a gorgeous, gorgeous element. Now, they're normally £19.95 for you. But I'm getting to know that Danny doesn't linger. He goes right in there for the kill. At £11.95. Now, it's only your price tag up until 9 o'clock. We have just over 45 minutes until 9 o'clock. £11.95. Incredible, incredible price tag. Only yours for a little bit. They're singing, do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? In my ear. Oh, it is literally like having those, what are those 2 heckled Muppets called? That's what, yeah, that's what they are tonight. Stabler and Waldorf. Statlaw. I never knew what their names were. I was all for Kermit, you see. Now, let's go. Oh yes, I like this. It's not easy being green. Kermit. I used to always relate to Miss Piggy as well. I liked her hair. Now, I did like Miss Piggy's hair. What's wrong with Miss Piggy's hair? I used to think how beautiful she was when I was younger. Yeah, but when you're little and you're a girl, you think, isn't Miss Piggy beautiful? She is. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, actually, Scott. She was beautiful to me. She still is. Now, have a look at that. you have got a wire ball that has got a drill hole in the, or a hole in the centre. You could, there it is. Just looking for it, there you go. So you can put, this is a great feature of texture, isn't it? Actually reminds me of when kittens play with yarn balls. Wool, do we not call it yarn? Yarn, wool, I think they're two different things actually. Now, I think that you have got a really large element of rose gold and sterling silver. And the thing about findings like this, I always think about Gemma Crow, it's got this wonderful sort of messy texture to it, which for Gemma is always very appealing. Gemma always says to me she sees something uniform and she wants to go and ruffle its hair. You know, she wants to just make it a little bit quirky. And this is definitely a little bit quirky. I feel a big gram weight on this. And I'm also thinking that these are going to be a great feature on a bracelet or on a necklace. They're a certain focal point, aren't they? BESR51 is your item code. And it's 16 mil across. So have you got any other 16 mil beads you want to put with it? Or I think maybe go a little bit smaller, maybe a black onyx. What do you think? Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I'd put that in the centre. I would. That'd go right in the middle there in a bracelet or a necklace. Now, I'm going to be very quick with these because we literally, last time we bought them, they flew out and we don't have that many. Now, the price tag is going to shock you, I think, because as you can imagine, there is a lot. It goes all the way through. It's got to be dense all the way through. A lot of silver and gold for just $11.95, but Danny boy has got the bug for slashing at $5.95. Now, always think about the fact that if you incorporate silver and gold and you've got precious gemstones or semi-precious gemstones, there's opportunities to get your jewellery valued. And so many of our wonderful jewellery makers do that and they're shocked. We have been, you know, we've had so many wonderful letters and emails about shocked jewellery makers. And if you've got a story for us, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. At £5.95, it's all about opportunity right now with your findings. Now, I'm going to move on because we have not many of those left now. And I'm going to give you a pendant finding that I've actually used. Now, you can fill this up with gemstones, little seedy beads. And if you look, you've got a lot to work with. Now you could put, isn't it amazing? So it reminds you of branches of trees. Now you can, it could have been Gemma, but it could have been somebody else that hammered this. It could have been Natalia. And it was amazing. They hammered it and it just completely reformed the shape into something different. Now, you've got like a barrel here. And what I always think of, you know, the St. Bernard has that little barrel of, is it brandy or whatever? It kind of reminds me of that, but I want to fill it with gemstones. Or a little handbag. Yeah, I think, do you know what? I really like this finding. We filled this with seedy beads, but they were bigger. No, I know what we did. We stranded it on wire so that they stayed in there. That's what we did, and we pulled the wire in and out, and they stayed in there, and you got all this lovely texture from the wire and all these lovely glistens from the beady bead. I love this finding. You've got 49 of them. UBA R45. Now it's 20 mil, it's nice and wide. 0800 644 655. Only 49 of them. Oh, you have got just under 8 grams of silver. Do you know that? That is a big gram weight of silver. My gosh, you almost, and it's Italian. Did you see that? It's Italian. Like Rosanna, it's beautiful. Bellissimo. Let's give you your price tag. Listen, if I can buy just under 8 grams of silver for $9.95, I am a happy Jenny Cleary. If I were you right now, and I'm not allowed to advise you about sort of clever things, what do they call it, financial? I'm not allowed to do that, but my gosh, what an opportunity. Can you get me one of these? £9.95. Have you seen the price tags of gold and silver? Good grief, Penfold. Nearly 8 grams of solid stone. Does it make sense to you? Because it makes sense to me. You let me know. Goodness me, there's loads of you. And do you know what? Not just that. And to be honest, it's not about scrap silver. And we all do that as jewellery makers because we have lots of little fragments of silver. I love the design of this. I love that it's Italian. I love that you can fill it up with seedy beads. I love that you can hammer it. I love that it's got a great, oh, it could be a charm bracelet. You're right, it could be a handbag. Fill it full of pink or blue or whatever colour. That is a good, I'd make a handbag out of it because handbags are cool. Well, what girl doesn't love a handbag? How many of us got handbags for Christmas? £9.95, it's wonderful. Now, let me give to you some, oh, we don't ever get many of these, and if Debbie Bolford's watching, I know she was looking for this earlier. Now these are saw cut open jump rings. If you're looking to make precious metal chainmail, well, you need these. If you're looking to make a very high-end piece of jewellery, you need these. The thing about jump rings is it's not even a case of, oh, I would like those. It's a case of, I need those. I need them. They are a necessity to the jewellery maker. Now look, you know what you can do with jump rings if you've been jewellery making for a while, but apologies if you have, but if you don't know, these are what you need to hook on your lobster claw clasps to. These are what you need to make your chainmail out of, to put your charms onto charm bracelets. I mean, you need them. You can't do without them, unless you just want to make stretchy bracelets for the rest of your jewellery making life, which is absolutely fabulous. But if you want to go beyond that, you'll need jump rings. And to have them saw cut is important if you're using lots of them in one piece. Because if you don't saw cut them, they can be a little bit scratchety. Because if they're cut with your normal cutters, then they don't knit back together as well. Now, Debbie Bolford has to have an everlasting stash of these because she's constantly creating chainmail pieces, and we love the fact that not only is she a master at chainmail, she's also a master at polymer clay. She's a wonderful lady. FBG P49, 50 of your jump rings, enough to probably create a pair of earrings in chainmail. 2.5 grams of silver and gold together. £9.95. Do I want better than half price? Do I know what's better than half price? Well, yes, of course. More than half price. £3.95. You nut job. Add that to the list of crazy things that you confuse me with your word. I don't know what he's saying half the time. £3.95. Oh, Debbie Bolford. She'll be going bananas if she doesn't. I hope she's not asleep. What's the time? No, she won't be. She's a party animal. FBG P49, £3.95. There's loads and loads and loads of you multi-buying. Let me say hello to you. Sylvia in Hampshire has bought 2 of these. Alan in the city of Bristol. Jacqueline in Oxfordshire. Hampshire in Lincolnshire. And Joanna in Nottinghamshire. That's where Tom's from. Maybe you know him. Sarah, you're there. Angela. Lara. A brand new jewellery maker in. Where's the brand new jewellery maker gone? I don't know. Helen, Angela, Sharon, Heather, Katiana, Alice, Maria, Carolyn, Staffordshire. You've got to see her. You've got to. Sorry about that. Loads and loads and loads of you there. Alicia, Julie, Michelle in Derbyshire, Brenda in Surrey, multi-by Jennifer in Merseyside. I love Jennifer from Merseyside. I think she came on a Sunday Experience. Oh, Jennifer, we're pesky, aren't we? We're a pesky breed. Loads of you, absolutely. I love seeing you. Tanya in Northamptonshire. I think she's Tanya, not Tanya, because Northamptonshire sounds quite posh. Fran in Powys. Is that how you say it? Or Powys? How do you say it? Oh, how do you say that? I don't know. Laura in Derbyshire, you're there. Anne in Lancashire, you're there. Oh, loads of you. Thank you so much for tuning into us here. Tracy and Colin in Middlesex have bought 5 of these. I'm sure Tracy and Colin, chainmail. I think they do, and I think Colin gets involved. I'm sure Colin gets involved with a bit of chainmail as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Colin. Loads and loads and loads of you. Joanna, hello to you. Gosh, there's that. Pamela and Glamorgan, you've bought 2 of these. Well done. There are lots of multi-buyers. I can recommend the Raffia. You're there as well. Sunstone is coming up for you at 8:30. I keep grabbing this. I love it. It's coming up for you in about 5 minutes, which is crazy, and bananas and all of those things. Now, we must eat bananas rather than chocolate. That's why I keep saying the word banana. For every time I say chocolate from now on, I'm going to say banana 3 times. It's my own psychological thing. Now, let's go to... Can we do this filigree? This is so pretty. A Tudor kind of finding for me. You've got that wonderful Tudor rose. The Henry Tudor rose finding. Isn't lovely? You like it?
No, it's just convenient because I'm going to Hampton Court at the weekend.
How convenient!
It's very convenient.
Scott just went, convenient. And I went, why? Because I'm going to Hampton Court. Now, Hampton Court isn't far from where I live. And that everybody in my area is going there. I love it. It's the most amazing place. Have you been before?
Once, but about 10 years ago.
It's a glorious place. You're going to really enjoy it. Do you know that they're ice skating at Hampton Court at the moment?
No, I didn't.
Take a coat. They are ice skating at Hampton Court at the moment. You're going to love it. It's so romantic. Are you going with a girl?
Possibly.
Or a romantic partner, should I say? Let's be PC about this. He's possibly going with a girl. He's asked a girl, and she hasn't got the answer from her yet, but possibly. It's a very romantic place to go.
Yeah, I'll see her again.
Have a look. I might see this one again, he said. All right. Now, have a look. Again, if you're looking to put impressions into your cloud clay to make your moulds, this is another great one. Now, Scott, I'd like you to take some pictures of Hampton Court.
Will do. What specifically on there?
Oh, you're still waiting for her to say yes?
No, I haven't really asked you yet because I was going to go for myself for a photography.
No, go. It's worth it. Now, have a look. We won't get into the politics of Scott's life at the moment, but have a look. We've got all these filigrees. Now, there are also pretty little hearts in here. If you look really closely, you'll see those hearts. And I do think there's something really vintage about, and actually Tudor jewellery tended to tell a bit of a story about what family you were from and what crest and rah. You know, I actually think this is very beautiful. I'm not as clever as my historian professor sister, as you can tell, because I'm the thick one of the family. 30 by 60 millimeters. I wish I could tell you stories about where this design came from, but it is to me very vintage, very beautiful. And the point is, the very point of the matter is, it's going to make your jewellery look very vintage and very beautiful. Under £10. OOA, R51 is your item code. Now again, you can manipulate this. Like, you're going, is this some kind of weird, everything's going on? My thumb's just gone numb, sorry. My whole arm's gone numb. £4.95 is your price tag. It's a great one. It's a great day to come shopping with us here at Jewellery Maker. Use your debit card or your credit card. Ooh, AR51 is the item code. Now, there are loads of you enjoying this one, and I do think if you can add that little sprinkle of vintage touch to your jewellery. I'm going to get these 2 little hecklers out here in a minute in the gallery. I'll tell you something, we love and adore each other here at Jewellery Maker, but sometimes, no, we always do. We always do. We all had slow motion runs together today, didn't we? Right, no. It was like a film. Like that. We were in the Hampton Court. No, we weren't. Now, let's go with Can we do some more jump rings? These are massive ones. Yes, I love these. How long have we had these in stock for? Danny doesn't know. He's what, sorry? Now, 9mm, is that an outer dimension or an inner? Oh, I have to ask, don't I? Let's see. I tell you, there's only one way to settle this, and that's with a measuring stick. Etoruchka, which is right next to me. Let me see. It is an outer diameter. It's an outer diameter. Now, these are big. Do you know what these are going to make? Now, Mark Smith made me, well, he didn't strictly make it for me, but he made it for Jewellery Maker, and I ended up, yeah, I took it. He did make it for me, a beautiful sweetie bracelet. Now, these are closed jump rings. You could make the sweetie style bracelet with these. Oh, I love them. I'm going to show you a sort of little stack up, if that's all right. Oh, don't slide off, you pesky things. Now, we're going these are sterling silver. You've got to get these. I love them. Do you know what though? Is it the Byzantine where you do need I think it's 2 or 3 non-opens, so closed. And then do you know, one day I'll wake up clever. I'm waiting for that day. I take all sorts of tonics, but nothing works. Now, I think education is the thing that you're supposed to do. Now, have a look at these rowed together. I do think sweetie bracelet style, do you? Have a look at these. Sterling, silver, closed jump rings. 9mm, 50 of you need them. I need them. And do you know what? We are going to give you such a crazy price slash. Get up the phone lines now. These will sell out, I think. They're sterling silver. I haven't seen, have we had these in stock for a while then? Because I haven't seen them for ages. We have had them in stock and I never knew. They certainly haven't been to air for a while. Oh, Debbie Bolford, if you're there, these are going crazy low. And I think they're going better than staff price, Debbie Bolford. So you'd better act fast if you are watching, my darling lady. Are you ready for another crazy? Now this could quite possibly get Danny in a lot of trouble. There'll be a meeting afterwards, price tag. £15 and 95 pence for 50. Have a look at what you've got. £15.95 is your price tag. 50 pieces. SUG P69 is your item code. So think about what you can create here, because obviously they're bigger. You don't need to use as many perhaps. Tell me, how are you going to do this? Are you going to make the sweetie bracelet? £15 and 95 pence. 0800 644 655 is the number for you to be dialing. They've never been this low, no? What were they before? They have been this low before, but I thought you were saying they were going to a brand new lowest ever price. Don't let my jewellery makers down. Don't be doing that typical make us a promise and break it thing, Danny, because girls don't like that. £11.95, a glorious time to come shopping with us now. Definitely pick up the phone. Everybody who bought these before will definitely get it for the £11 and 95 pence. We never deduct anything from your card to the moment these have been shipped. 0800 644 655 or the w's.jewellerymaker.com. A cheeky time to shop with us here today at Jewellery Maker. Right now, I do believe it's time for that beautiful Sunstone. There aren't any major differences between moonstone and sunstone. There is simply one: the inclusion of beautiful tiny particles of copper, which seem to set off what looks like a firework inside these glorious gemstones. So not only do you get iridescence, but you also get the boom of glitter inclusions. Glitter, of course, being caused by wonderful copper, and that is a natural inclusion, not a man-made interference. Now, don't you just love this colour for the summer? Aren't you just thinking about the cool breeze of the seashore, walking barefoot in the sand? It's got those sandy, gorgeous tones. Put some really lovely blues next to them. Think about nature when you're making with this strand. Definitely a bridesmaid peach. And what a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Now, these nude tones are being seen very, very much in the high street fashion stores at the moment. And actually, let's think about that. Now, there is no way I am going to go out there wearing a nude dress. It's not going to happen. I would look silly because I'm not pencil thin and I'm not 21 anymore. Now, Sunstone. This is the colour you want around your wrist. If you don't want, if you love it, you love fashion, you love it. I love fashion. I can't get away with that colour all over, girls. Who can? Unless you've got gorgeous dark skin, you just can't. Now, I would love to wear these in accessories, and I would definitely be very floral with this. I'm thinking about rose gold. I'm thinking about a copper flower. I would almost make a copper flower corsage. What about mesh, actually? A big mesh rose in the centre of a stretchy prom style jewellery. Beautiful. Bridesmaids jewellery. Stunning. There's something uber feminine about this colour. And I think it's so soft, so delicate, so beautiful. And it's got to go in your collection. CGGP45, if you haven't got it, you've got to have it. Use your debit card or your credit card. Now we're going to give you a star buy price not to be sniffed at, 12mm rounds of genuine Sunstone for just £6.95. Do you know what? Go shopping for a strand of synthetic gemstones. It could be plastic, these could be glass. You could be seeing them in your beadery, your local bead shop. £6.95 would be a great price for those, wouldn't it? Look at what you're getting. This is genuine Sunstone. This is just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Now, early American settlers said that saw this as a medicinal gemstone. It's a pleochroic gemstone. As bifringe, it's got those wonderful glitters. It's been set into jewellery for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You have got a gemstone that tells a story. At £6.95, you've got to consider what else you can buy for that price. Can you even go through around that drive-through and get a meal and a bit of a pudding for that price tag? I'd like to pretend I don't know the answer to that, but I do know the answer to that, unfortunately, because I've got no willpower. And you know what, jewellery makers? I'd feel far less guilty with a strand like this on my wrist than that in my tummy. CGG P45 is your item code. Please do not miss out on this deal. There are reams of you. Let me say hello to you gorgeous jewellery makers. You're lighting up the phone lines and you're getting something beautiful. Let me know what you're going to make. Is it a goddess style bracelet? What is it that you're going to buy? Loads of you there. Jane, Sharon, Claire, Barbara. There's loads more of you as well. We can't fit all of you on the screens. Absolutely stacked. Sarah, you're there. Rachel, you're there. Elizabeth, you're there. Carrie, you're there. You are coming from all over. Kate, Helen, Tina, Dorothy. 3 brand new jewellery makers. Great to have you on team. Welcome to us at £6.95. I want to see you all of fame entries at studio at jewellerymaker.com for those £6.95. A great price tag. Well done to you. Now, why pet? Do you remember Alfida saying pet? Do you remember that? Our dad worked on that, you know. Aye, he did. Have a look. Oh, my thumb is still numb. Now, do you ever get that? It's normally my toes. Now it's my thumb. I have got bad circulation. Yes, Tom. It feels like it's going to drop off. It's fine. I'm fine. Who needs thumbs anyway? 0.8. Oh, no, I do for wire work, actually. 0.8 wire. 0.6 and 0.8 probably one of the most versatile. They're very easy to manipulate, very easy to make. Well, actually, you make a lot of jump rings out of these. You make a lot of coils out of these if you've got your gizmo. there's lots you can do, of course, as you know, with wire. And it does further your scope for design, doesn't it, using wire? And coloured wire, I think, just adds a splash of, well, oh, I'm going to show you exactly what coloured wire can do. And you're going to, if you haven't seen this before, any opportunity I can get to get the balloon out. Now, isn't Alison Howe an absolute goddess? Makes me want to actually go up in a hot air balloon, this. Now, all different colours. If you bought it for your wife for Valentine's Day, she'd have to go with you, scared or not. See, there you go. I think there's a deal on that website, you know, that rhymes with Toupon. Now, have a look at what you've got. All different coloured wires meshed together, and I've got that red for you, and this is our Valentine's red. That's coming up next. Your red wire's coming up next. Now, why would we bring you wire to screen? Wire is one of our most popular, if not our most popular seller. We're not supposed to really bring these individually. Now, I do believe you ought to get on the phone lines very, very, very quickly. 100 metres of that coloured wire. If you're thinking about pushing the boat out and going into creating, well, let's face it, this isn't jewellery what Alison's creating. It's an ornament. It's an ornament. It's a piece of art. Now, this is a form of, we're crafty. I think jewellery making and crafting cross over the bridge all the time together, don't they? Now, if you want to start making incredible pieces from different coloured wires, then get your wire now. This wire should be $24.95. It's 0.8mm. You can make rings out of it. It's easy to manipulate, but it's structured as well. So it's one down from your 1mm. Engaged. Today we're going to give you this wire for $14.95, but only for 20 minutes. The price tag will go back up. Now, it shouldn't be this price tag, and you're already all over this on the website, and I know the phone lines are going to light up. You are getting a £10 saving, yeah? A £10 saving. You have got 100 metres. It is 0.8, and you should be on the phone if you are looking to work with wire. Make sure you are very, very quick on this one. We don't have loads. Think about grabbing one of our DVDs. Think about using these for your wirework rings. There's loads you can do. Wire twister, if you've got the larger wire twister tool, if you're inspired by Rachel Norris, if you're inspired by Gemma Crow, if you're inspired by Karen Crawford, you need this wire in your basket. EGZX77, 100 metres with a £10 reduction that is only yours for the next 20 minutes. Miss it, miss out. Now, let's talk about red wire. We got some text. Let's read your text then. On the miss, I'm gonna look at this. Hang on. Hi Jen, great show tonight. When I was younger, I was a Miss Piggy singing telegram. Oh, I want you in my birthday. I love this. Birthday boys expected a lovely lady in a basque and suspenders, and ended up with me in false ears, piggy nose, and feather boa. I want you, Kath. I wonder what she's saying. Happy birthday, Kermie. Oh, I want that. I'd love it if Miss Piggy knocked on my door and said, 27th of April, come around my house. I'll even give you my address if you're dressed as Miss Piggy. Although, after the pig incident, #AngryPig, pigs are a bit sensitive in my household at the moment. Yeah, it is. But Miss Piggy would be very welcome. Now, we got another text message. We'll read another one out in a minute. Now, we got the red wire. Now, if you want to create Valentine's pieces, you need this red wire. Now, red wire for your red Valentine's hearts. Wire changes the look of, can I have the birdie? You know that blue birdie? Yeah, because I do this in red, but for Valentine's Day, you could do a red birdie. A red bird. Another Alison Howe masterpiece there. Isn't she wonderful? So is, of course, Lady Norris with the turtle. Straight in front of you, straight in front, no, down, down, you'll see him. Yes.
Blind as a bat.
You are blind as a bat if you didn't see that. Have a look. Isn't, how lucky are we to have so many wonderful, wonderful designers here at Jewellery Maker? Aren't we lucky? I feel very, very blessed. Now, we have the red wire for you. Now, so many of you, Alison used the red wire in the balloon at the top here. It just makes that sort of striking effect, doesn't it? Now, I want you to think about your wirework hearts. In fact, on the stills, we've got some red hearts. I can't remember what it's on. Now, you've got 1 mil here. Oh, I don't know where you're looking. No, we've got them on your system. I don't know what it's called, your system, Tom. It's some kind of technological thing. It's just under on a little folder that says wire, good, lovely wire or something. Anyway, so you can create your, he's having a look for that, but don't, I mean, it's probably not that. Now, you can create structured hearts and 1 mil. Tom's asking me here, please could you be a bit more vague? I could try if you like. Would it help? Me. Now, you've got the red, like I said, it's for your wirework hearts, this red, isn't it? And for so much more. If you want to create those pieces with the wow factor, then you need those bright, bold colours. Think about the Grecian style collar that was created again by the lovely Norris, the lovely Lady Norris. She's using red here as well. It's just a nice contrast colour, isn't it? It's a great contrast, a great bold colour. There is a pink wirework heart behind me, but you could do it in, well, Valentine's Day, it would traditionally be red. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? It is, isn't it? You could create that out of this red wire. You've got your backbone with your 1 mil. Let's give you another cheeky wire deal. OLZ X95. Now, traditionally, this is a lot, the gauge is higher. You saw the 0.8 at $24.95 originally, and we're going straight in at our slashed price down to $19.95. You have got 100 meters here. 0800 644 655. Well done to everybody that's already got theirs. Let's go red for red. I'm just putting my my thumb under my arm because it's got, I think it may drop off. No. Those are the red hearts I was talking about. Oh, what was it saved under? Hearty wireworky. Yes? Hearty wireworky. Oh, these are frosted. They remind me of those sweets that I love when you go to the cinema. Have a look. I had a tantrum the last time I went to the cinema because somebody wouldn't let me wait in the queue for popcorn. And I said, what's the point in going to the cinema if I'm not allowed cinema popcorn? I mean, you're with me, right? The whole point in the cinema is the popcorn. And no, you don't believe that? No, apparently it's for the artistry of the film. Well, I was in a mood. I was in a mood with the film. I was in a mood with everything. Girls are horrible, aren't they? Now, you don't like being late for the cinema. Okay. Oh, he likes the pretty. Oh no. Oh no. Now, have a look at this. These are frosted as well. These are frosted. So I think these could be masculine with a bit of black leather cord. What do you think? How are you feeling about that? Now, I do think these are very, very strawberry juicy. You know, they've got that lovely, or cut a blood orange in half and you've got that colour. Very striking. Now, these are going to look great with your super, super. Look at those together. Now, I've been talking to you about making your own moulds in this show, and I've just looked to my left and seen that we got the moulding compound. If it's all right with you, I'd love to do it. Thank you. I love that moulding compound. Now, red agate, these would be wonderful cufflinks. Oh, stud earrings, 80s Dallas style stud earrings. Yes, we all want to be Crystal Carrington after all, don't we, girls? ZHV107. And that was Dynasty. kind of a fan am I to get those two mixed up. 255 carats, these are 14 mil. Again, cuff bracelets, definitely with gold, straight in at £12.45. Last chance to buy these. You're going to go lower? Oh, you cheeky little rascal. It's going way lower at £6.95, isn't it? They're singing he's just a rascal. Don't sing that song, it reminds me of the pig. £6.40, I used to sing that to my pig, and then he started getting really attacky. ZHV, he got very bitey during his adolescence, very bitey, and the poor little dog that he thought was a lady pig. £6.45 is your price tag. 0800 644 655. We love you so much here at Jewellery Maker. Please don't forget to keep it interactive all the time. I know it's tragedy. Now, loads of you there. Now, I just showed you the superstar buy, but who can pass up an opportunity to grab it again? Gorgeous. They're breathtaking. Now, let's do the moulding compound, can I? I can't even believe we've got this. So it's the one in box 14, yeah? It's my one in box 14, isn't it? Now, shall I tell you, do you love Natalia? I love Natalia Coleman so much. Now, did you see Natalia Natalia Coleman's show with us, where she'd gone to the seaside and she'd made all of her own moulds for a silver clay, and they were wonderful. You had those great shells. Now, if you want to make your own moulds, I've got the moulding compound for you to do just that. Now, you basically make it up out of the two chemical compounds. Now, full instructions will come with. Now, you need to wear gloves when you're using this. I'm not going to get it out because you know what I'm like. Now, you get your measuring scoop so that you get the measurements really down to a T, because what you're going to do is you're going to allow yourself to make moulds that will be wonderful for resin, silver clay, polymer clay, all sorts of different things. Now, if you want to make a mould out of literally anything, maybe you want to make a mould out of a favourite thing of yours. Maybe you went on a holiday and you collected some beautiful shells. Maybe you've got a particular ornament and you'd like to make a replica. Maybe you've got something in mind. Maybe it's a picture frame and you can't find that picture frame anywhere else and you'd like to create it out of polymer clay. It could be literally anything. You can make a mould out of this. Coins, watch parts, anything, literally anything. You like the texture of something, make a mould out of it. It's only $34.95, and now a little goes a very, very long way. If you would like to see how this is used, go and YouTube Natalia Coleman's show with us here at Jewellery Maker. Make a note of the code ZFAC24. The moulding compound, 200 grams, is £34.95. Now, it's a great opportunity to see that, isn't it? Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. What gemstone have we got in here? What? Oh, it's petalite. Oh gosh, I thought for a minute, I was like, there's never a diamond that big. Look, there's never a diamond. Apparently I said that really Gloucestershire. Sometimes I lets it slip, you see. Oh, look. I've noticed that my Gloucester accent has got a lot stronger since I've moved out of Gloucestershire, because I make like a, yes, I'm not from round here, I'm from Gloucestershire sort of statement about my voice, because I don't normally talk so. My mum said, why have you got such a broad Gloucester accent now you don't live in Gloucestershire? I was like, because I have. Now look at this. It's like a diamond, isn't it? What a perfect christening charm. It needs a bit of a clean, that, doesn't it? Who's that the filthy mitts on that? Not me. Picked up the tweezers. So you can see the petalite in there. Now it is solid sterling silver. It's beautiful, isn't it? And again, actually the moulding compound, you could make a mould out of this. Maybe you know somebody who's just announced their pregnancy. We're not sure if it's a girl or a boy yet. Then get this petalite. Isn't it beautiful? It was first discovered, petalite, in Sweden in the 1800s. It's very, very rare. And it has got a diamond-like brilliance to it, hasn't it? Really sparkly, very difficult to get to the mine as well, just because of its location. $14.95, but not $14.95. You've got nearly 7 grams of silver in this. This is another great deal at just $9.95. Well done to everybody who's already got this. Who knew that the night would fly by so fast? Who knew? It's now time to give you our superstar buy. Oh, we knew, didn't we, that we had to have this strand the minute we clapped eyes on it. All of the different shapes. How often do we see such sizable gemstones of beautiful citrine? Now that colour is heaven and earth, isn't it? Citrine, the gemstone of happiness. Do you know why I want citrine all the time in my collection? Because we've always got friends who are feeling a bit down in the dumps now and then, and that citrine is dubbed to be the gemstone of happiness. So I like just to make something, send to a friend and say, here's a little bit of happiness for you. Citrine, the gemstone of happiness. That's what they call it. Now, it's also a gemstone that for me is the beaming sunshine into our pieces. We've got a trilliant in here. We've got an oval in here. We've got loads of different shapes, lots of gorgeous colour, and the point is the clarity is superb in every single piece. I love that you've got opportunities to prong set for a ring. I love that you've got opportunities to wire wrap for a gorgeous pendant. We've got earring opportunities. These are mirror graduated, so they're going to really lend to scope to your designs. Now, I love the fact that they are as large as 23 by 16 to 11 by 9. So you've got the big statement pieces here, down to the little stud earring style as well. Now, I know a lot of you have been asking for this. When are we doing it? When are we doing it? It's now. We don't have loads. It's a brand new strand. And the only reason we've got it in the night show is because hardly any of these were ever produced. Hannah Oxbury and Paula Bennett tried very hard to get us at least 200 of each new strand, but it wasn't an opportunity that was available at the time. No one ever wanted to come home, though, Hannah told me, without this strand, because it's beautiful. We are boasting colour. We are boasting so many myths and legends. It's said to be a signature of wisdom and peace. It's said to calm and soothe. It's said to remove your nocturnal fears. It's the wedding anniversary gift for the 17th wedding anniversary. Now, it is, of course, November's birthstone as well. Now, here at Jewellery Maker, we feel very blessed indeed, actually, to get strands like this, because they are extremely few and far between. Please don't forget, when you shop with us, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, my good friend Denise Roberts bought me a ring of citrine. You may or may not know who she is. And she bought it for me when I finished working with her. We'd been working together for years, because it was the gemstone of happiness, and I never, ever, ever have forgotten it. It makes me happy every time I wear that ring. It's a big emerald cut. Now, I would put this in a ring. Do put it somewhere where you're going to see it. They feel amazing. There's a warmth to citrine. You know how you put pearls against your skin? They feel cold. For me, citrine has a gorgeous warmth, and it seems to gradually warm against my skin. I wonder if you've ever noticed that when you wear it. Now, there are so many wire wrapping opportunities for you right now. I need you on the phone lines very, very quickly. I want you to think about individualizing these. I want you to think about how you can perhaps make a good profit from these, but I think more importantly, give this gemstone to a dear friend, because it's said to be the gemstone of happiness. Maria, Terry, Annie, Jan, Carol, Wendy, Pavi, you've all got yours. Now let's make it available to everybody on the phone lines as well. We've only got 1 minute to give you this strand, and I don't want anybody missing out. It's only £11.95. Should we be seeing so more? I've seen yellow quartz this week over £20 at £11.95. We have got a storming price tag. We should not be going at this price tag. £11.95, 150 carats. This is a glorious opportunity, and there you are. Paula in Bedfordshire, Barry in Cambridgeshire, Carol in Cheshire. Make sure you press 1 as soon as you come through on that phone lines. We did not have loads and loads of these. They're only £11.95. I'm going to count them quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the one strand. Oh my gosh, that's less than £1 each. That's wonderful. I'm going to multi-buy. I'm going to encourage you to multi-buy. I can't promise price tags ever like this. For citrine, it's a wonderful price tag, Danny. Crazy low. I have to go, and I'm so sorry that I've got to be so quick. Now, it's designer inspiration following my show with wonderful, wonderful Sarah. Please stay tuned if you'd like to be inspired as to how to actually utilise the gemstones that you've bought with us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you bright and early at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Big kiss, good night. Mwah! Good night, my darling jewellery makers.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin and get creating stunning designs in no time with this MIMO introductory DVD. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will guide you through a variety of techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Designer Inspirations. My name is Becky and joining us with our inspiration today is the sublime Sarah Green.
Hiya.
How are you?
All right, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, how did you find your kits today?
Oh, quite a challenge, but I hope you like what I've made. It's been nice. It's been nice. Lovely colours.
I've had a little nosy at what Sarah's made, and trust me, you will be impressed. There's some really nice techniques in there, and if you're new to us, there's some techniques that you'll be able to give them a go yourself straight away, quite basic, working all the way up. So we're going to be hitting lots of targets no matter exactly where you are on your gemstone jewellery journey at the moment. Now, we have got Sarah Green in, which means that if you have any questions you may want to ask relating to what she's created today, or perhaps things you've seen her do in the past, or anything you want a little tip on with jewellery making, do message us in. Either do that through jewellerymaker.com. You'll see a little box and it says send a message to the studio. You can send it in that way. Alternatively, if you want to text us in, start your text with JM Studio and send that to 60777, and we'll try and answer as many questions as we possibly can this afternoon. This afternoon I have got some true treats. 2 hours of under £10 is going to be something special for you. It doesn't for a second mean that it should all be under £10. There will be price slashes left, right and centre for you, including one of the most royal gemstones you could possibly think of coming up in a star buy for us, including one of my favourite gemstones. All of that goodies coming up for you. But of course, this is designer inspiration. So we're going to be heading over to Sarah soon to have a little look what she's managed to create with her kits. But first thing first, we want to give you at home the chance to own them yourselves. So we're going to be starting off with, this kit is packed full of goodies, isn't it?
Yep.
You were treated.
I was.
You were treated
I
with
asked
some...
for nice big citrines and I certainly got them.
You certainly did. Let me show you first off the citrine that we're talking about in here. This kit is so substantial. It's a real treat. Have a look at these plain citrine rounds. This is going to be coming up in your kit. They are sumptuous, aren't they? They've got this really appealing, zesty tone to them. That is so eye-catching. It's absolutely stunning.